to bring my my clock.
We should have brought the clock.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Just put up your phone in one of the... or I could just superimpose the clock later.
So I can just ramble.
My editing isn't that good.
So, I mean, what do we want to talk about? Like,
well, we could talk
COVID,
about...
racism, police brutality, like the lighthearted stuff? Or,
take it easy, right?
Yeah, just something light, you know.
Well, I was going to talk about how shitty of a week I was having, but Al totally trumped that. So, oh, by the way, these are my returning guest and first-time guest, Rick and Al, which is awesome.
Love your show.
This is your chance to tell us how you... Because the last time you were on, it was right before you left.
I was also drinking at that one by myself. Thank you for drinking with me.
Al's backing you up. It's all good.
No, I'm just trying to level out here. It's been a weekend. Oh, Lord.
It feels like I got hit by a car, so like that's why I'm drinking.
Is that why you did?
Yeah.
So, you want to run us through that? How?
I guess I was going to get a gas cap for my car because I had emissions problems, and that was going to be the easy fix. So I stopped at the Chevy dealer, and then I'm gonna go get a burrito at a burrito place. I'm trying to cross traffic. I'm creeping through. You do the creep,
Sounds
right?
like a solid plan. So
you know the creep. Like where you like.
Yeah,
so
move
everyone sees that you're coming, right?
So they see that there's a car trying to get out.
Exactly.
And I made it across. I was in the 4th lane of a 4-lane street going across, and all of a sudden, boom. And got a cut.
Yeah, you got stitches?
Yeah, I got 2 stitches.
Fuck.
It just wouldn't close.
Catching up to my dad.
Yeah, now I can't make fun of him as much.
So he was gonna come pick me up. We were gonna just like see where the day
15
went.
minutes
Right
later. Yeah.
So
my
he sends me a text, and I'm like at Walmart dealing with fucking the dummies at the pharmacy and my insurance.
Yeah.
Unfun adult stuff, right? And I finally get it figured out, and I call Al back, and he picks up. I just got fucking T-boned. I'm like. And I'm thinking he's just being like hyperbolic, right? Like maybe he got
overly
an fender,
dramatic,
right? Maybe he got in like a fender bender with like some asshole, right? And like, I got T-bone, what the like? And then I talked to him like, no, the car's totaled, like it's fucking done. Like I'm like, he's like, if you were in the front seat, you'd probably be dead. I'm like, oh Jesus,
dead or broken bone?
Probably,
for sure.
yeah, like internal injuries.
I got hit. She must have been going like 50 miles an hour and like no tire squeals or anything. So like wasn't even looking at the road.
She didn't even attempt to stop.
Yeah, and she took out a fence
right in front of a cop.
Right in front of a cop.
Really?
The cop was. So I'm going one. He was going to cross the other way. So like.
Oh no shit.
So it was right there.
Man, he's lucky he didn't get hit too.
And then he was asking me, because he was the first one. He's like, any drugs or alcohol? I'm like. I'm the one who just got T-boned. like no, but like,
fuck that.
But like, I'm like,
what the hell?
Like, I know you gotta ask that, but come on, guy. Like,
no, but I got a gas cap. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, did you get
dude?
your money back for the gas cap?
I haven't gone to the dealership yet. It's still in the bag. I never even put it on yet.
Jesus
I was gonna do it when I got home.
I don't need this.
So I still haven't gotten that burrito.
Your return policy.
Like I still haven't gotten that burrito from 2 days ago.
Oh man.
Shout out
that would have sucked if you put the gas cap in and then got nailed and the gas cap broke again.
Yeah,
that would have been the real tragedy.
So
the real cherry on top.
I called my parents to let them know what happened. I called Rick to let him know what happened. And then the most important person in my life, I called my mechanic. This is the third person to let him know what happened. Because I'm like, hey, Mike, I bought the gas cap and everything, but like you can cancel my appointment because I got T-bone and my car's totaled. He's like, what? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine, but like.
So meanwhile, I'm at the bar with Ben, drinking a hams, delicious hams,
Living the dream.
And then, Al calls me back. Hey, you think you could take me to the emergency room? I was like, well, okay, like I'll be there at 5. It was just like.
We were supposed to hang out, but like I'm bleeding and like I just got hit by a car, so I'm like I should probably get checked out and not go out.
So what you're saying is you don't want to go drink at my brother's apartment in McKinley because you're fucking got an open wound that won't close. Okay, I was like, all right, I guess it's fair.
We got to hang out. You hang out. He drove me to the hospital, so that was like
it was like
5 minutes of hanging out.
Drink in the hospital parking lot before you went
I should have just brought a case of beer to the waiting room, just like, I'm just here for that guy. Don't worry about me.
This was just unplanned.
You gotta wear a mask
I already
at the
had
hospital,
the beer.
so you gotta have like a straw. So
I mean, I came to party, so
Right.
it's only
I'm
weird
here
if
just
you make it
visiting.
weird. Yeah, I'm just like, don't worry about me. It's
But no, like, just some cuts, right? That's
Yeah,
and some
just
whiplash.
and some my X-rays came out like my bones are still there, so
They're in position where they should be.
yeah.
well, like the center console in the car is cracked.
Yeah, that's
like
fucked.
it's
You
like
got hit hard.
yeah.
I'm hoping they total the car out because if
They have to.
because like if they try to repair that, it's gonna be like this shitbox
No,
lemon.
if,
I'm gonna
if
have
the
to
frame if the frame is
if the
damaged,
frame's-
it's done.
Yeah.
They don't have it doesn't have a frame though. It's unibody. Most cars nowadays don't have frames. They're unibody. Like they're held by the body. Like there is no frame.
Oh. Well, then that thing's
Well,
totaled.
dude, one of your
Yeah, then
tires,
that's
one of your
case.
tires looks like this.
Oh no,
like,
my front, my car's totaled. But you never know. The insurance company is gonna nickel and dime me. It's we can repair it.
Can I just say?
I don't know.
You just
Can
use your
I-
feet
that's
to
a
pedal
rough
like the
one, yeah.
Flintstones.
Can I
like,
just say fuck insurance companies and everybody who works
yeah,
for them
100%.
because like you had your window and oh hey, you
By
got a
the way,
$500 fuck
deductible's
you
twice
guy.
as much as the
Why do
window.
I even have this? I'm fighting with my insurance in the Walmart parking lot. This is my little vacation trip,
Right.
And like they won't sell me my overpriced prescription because I don't know. Blue Cross Blue Shield said fuck you, gonna make it hard, right? And then oh yeah, we don't even cover this like.
this
Oh
episode
my
of the podcast is sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield.
It's like just
No longer
fuck all you
sponsored by
people.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
My God, I hate it. I just say it. It's terrible. Like, why do I have this? What is this good for? Like I'm seriously like, I'm dealing with these people, and I'm like, so, I'm dealing with like this pharmacy tech in North Carolina who's just like an absolute asshole. Like, I'm just a layman here. I'm just trying to figure this out,
Right,
and
trying to get my shit
and
together.
you're the person of knowledge, right? Like, you're the authority. So you tell me, I don't know. Just I show up and I have like the printout. I got my card. I don't know what else I'm not a fucking doctor. Like I don't know what I'm
Right.
doing. Like I need the drugs. Give me the drugs.
There's a reason why I'm calling you. Yeah.
And then they're just like, this lady is like, I'm like,
like you inconvenienced
like,
her.
like, lady, I'm just here to get my fucking antidepressants. Okay, you're not helping the situation. You're making me feel worse about this right now. Like, yeah, I'm
obviously not in a good place. Look at the meds. Like,
Right.
why?
You're
Why
gonna
you
start giving me shit right
Yeah,
now.
why are you doing this to me? Leave
Well,
me
like,
alone.
No, and they're trying to tell me all this like jargon, right? And I'm like, I've been off my prescription for 4 days now. You need to make this go. I'm getting George is getting upset. Like that's all I could think about. It was George Costanza just having his rage-a-hall moment in his head. Like I was gonna have a moment at that pharmacy that was like Steve Martin in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where he's trying to get the rental car.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking car right fucking now. Like I was just like, ah.
I don't blame you. It's like what the fuck.
Well, like I mean, outwardly I was probably collected,
Probably way
like
nicer, but
like
yeah.
Dennis and It's Always Sunny. Like I'm incredibly tense at all times. Like just like, I'm having a panic attack right now. Like let's go to the bar.
The cause and solution
Of all of life's problems.
Yeah.
I had a beer the day I got hit by a car because I'm like still bleeding. I'm like,
You thin out your blood.
might as well just get drunk now and and not have it closed.
You crack the beer
bleed out.
and like wash the wound out with the beer, and then like, like it's like a bachelor thing. I would probably. I'm like, ugh.
No, that's what you have vodka for.
It's true. That's what the Polish woodworker on the third floor would do. Bort.
Yakshimash.
Bort. My son is also named Bort.
God, what a rough couple of weeks for a lot of people right now. It's terrible.
I gotta get Rosie to
Get hit by a car again?
What? That's so horrible.
So she's really good at math, right? I figure like there's some like sine, cosine, tangent wave to show like my happiness and how like if I get too high,
It's all in pi,
like
man.
like
The answer's
like
there.
they have to like lower me down because I'm with all that's happened to me, like I broke up with my girlfriend. A week later, my cat died.
It's a country song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got hit by a car. So it's a Chris Gaines song. You know who Chris Gaines
Yes.
is? Yeah, so it's not Garth Brooks like happy song.
that name gets brought up a lot on this show.
It's a Chris Gaines song. Like it's a very sad, brooding, but like, it's still country.
Chris
Right,
Gaines,
very emo.
also known as Burt Reznor.
Reznor.
Trent's cousin.
That's awesome.
Fucking Burt Reznor.
Dude, it really is.
I like that.
What a missed opportunity.
See, the only thing missing from that song of woe is cold beer. and country roads. And then there you go, dude. You fucking top 10. Cold beer, dead cat, country roads. Little girl hit by car. Jesus Christ.
Dude, when Rosie got hit by that car, that was a couple years ago. I sent the clip from Hot Rod when he gets hit by the van when he's wearing all the padding. I was like, dude, it's crazy. There's CCTV of Rosie getting hit by this truck. And I sent it out to like multiple people, and they're like, fuck you, dude.
Hey, this is quality TV. I want to see this. Where's this clip? Let me send it to Rosie as like a Facebook memory.
Man,
hey, remember we got hit by a car?
It's too bad. It's too bad your dash cam didn't capture the side collision. I mean, I'm a big fan.
Fuck, I
haven't looked at the footage yet.
Yeah,
'cause, like, I'm still calming down from getting hit.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But I don't think it would catch anything. Like
Right,
it's only pointing straight.
Right, but it'd probably catch like your position on the street when you get like
right.
it's something that would be.
I'm still gonna grab it,
But like
probably captured the cop's face of like horror as you get hit. Just like
I mean, I'm a big fan of watching the Russian dash cam videos.
those
Where
are,
like all the like a plane
priceless.
crashes in front of the car.
that's why you
and,
see all those like meteors and crap because they're all required to have dash cams. It's a requirement there.
well, yeah, because everybody's trying insurance fraud left and right.
He's Russia. That sounds like a setup
At
for
least
something.
it's not China, where if you just hit someone, you have to pay for like their health and care. But if you kill them, and then it's fine. So if someone hits someone in China, they'll back up and make sure the job's done. Like,
Oh my god!
No, but
Yeah.
I mean,
That's called incentive.
But doesn't that lower your social credit score that they do now in their
No, I don't think so.
if
dystopian?
anything, you probably get bonus points.
yeah, you could
Less people.
So
I get it, less
You know how
people.
like bombers in
Although-
World War II, they put like the stickers on their car.
Yeah.
Or on their,
Little-
the plane
little
with
stick figures. That's their version of stick
yeah. So
figures
that you
instead of
put a little
family.
stick figure on it. How
How
many
people
you ran
kill-
over?
Well, didn't they just now set they changed the rule for births, right? You can have 2 kids.
Yeah,
now.
you can have you can have multiple. 'cause
Yeah,
their
but
birth
I
rate's
mean,
something
but
like-
China needs the population to
Maybe
go
they've been hitting too many
like
people.
colonize Mars and the moon and shit because that's their next plan. Like they're like, that belongs to us.
They'll just link arms and just shove themselves out.
China's still cool. You pay later. No, dude. They hatched. They like spawned a plant on the moon. You hear about that? They like planted a. Well,
But I'm on board.
Wait, no, right, no,
I'm not
on.
using the right terminology here.
No, the real conspiracy is the real reason they went to the dark side of the moon is because right before the Nazis lost in World War II, they sent a mission up there. So there's a base on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, there's a
With-
documentary about it called Iron Sky. and
Exactly.
there's 2 of them now.
That's not a fictional
Wait,
movie. That's a
That's a
documentary.
documentary.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
So
That's where Megatron lives.
Megatron doesn't live there.
Be real,
Like,
Rick.
come on.
Jesus Christ.
Like, why do you think China's going there? Because they want to get these secrets that, like,
the
like
moon secrets.
The moon secrets. That's they've been studying stuff on the moon for
People in
60, 70
Wisconsin.
years
They're
now.
they're going for the unobtainium that's on the moon, right? That's
Yeah. There's
yeah.
there's plentiful unobtainium.
nah, dude. China's taking. It's the red planet, dude. It's already claimed. Like,
It's already been named.
Dude,
it's theirs.
It's the red
this
planet.
sounds. This is
Great.
gonna sound horribly
planet.
racist, but like you said, they're gonna link arms like ants. You know when they try to
they just
go fucking
out
like.
into space. There's
Yes.
so many of them. Oh, this episode's not airing.
This episode is sponsored
Like,
by
remember
the
that-
Chinese Communist Party.
You remember that episode of South Park where they build a ladder to heaven and then China's
Yeah.
like, no, we did it first. And it's like all on a soundstage. Like, man, China's still cool. You pay Rada.
You remember the one time that someone like a moon denier like went up to Buzz Aldrin and like was trying to say we didn't go to the moon and he just punches him right in the
Decked
face.
him.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
A moon denier.
Yeah, like
What a time to be alive.
the moon doesn't exist. Tides. That's big
It's a
tide.
projection.
That's big tide trying
Listen,
to.
man, the
throw
moon,
it
that's
in
just
there,
a bunch of liberal
Big tide.
bullshit, okay? Fuck the moon.
It sounds like Big Moon.
Yeah, it's big moon.
It's Big
That's a
Moon,
big
man.
conspiracy.
They want you to think it's real. Soundstage, bro. The flag.
Because,
come
you know,
on.
they're profiting off of this lie about the moon, right? 'Cause
There's a lot of money being
There's a lot of
made.
money. There's a lot of money.
A lot of money. Buzz Aldrin, he was in Mass Effect. That's a lot of money.
Fucking big, big moon.
Fucking Big Moon, man.
Big anything.
Dude, what
Yeah.
a time to be alive. My God. Like,
I mean, it's weird growing up and like watching conspiracy theory stuff, like fake moon landing and all that. And you're like, oh, it's fun and imaginative, and
I feel like the whole
now it's like
I
absolutely.
feel like the whole
crazy.
Republican Party with like everything is like the mayor from Jaws, who's like The beaches will be open.
Deny. Open.
There's
the
no
beaches,
shark.
Deny.
Despite all these people getting fucking ripped to pieces. The beaches will be open. Like,
they have to make a remake of Jaws where like it's just like that, where like no one believes it's happening and like 70 more people die and like but they don't stop them from going to the beach because it's just
like
4th of July weekend. They can't close it.
That's just conspiracy
people
by
are
Big
dying
Fin.
in front of them. That didn't happen. That's fucking some liberal
Body parts
bullshit.
floating around, that didn't happen.
No, that's fucking. That was performance actors. You know,
Right.
like he just, he chopped his
Antifa.
arm off. He was really
Antifa.
committed to the role. You know,
It's
he just.
Antifa.
Well, dude, Antifa's like the new gluten, right? Everything that's bad is Antifa. What is Antifa?
Man.
I don't know what it is, but it's bad. Everything's.
I know it's not good. I can tell you that much.
Let me write this one down. Though. I got to remember this one.
Listen, I'm not going to let Antifa invade my local podunk town's Cracker Barrel. Hell no.
They're coming.
They're
for you.
coming. They're
Yeah.
coming for my
Rolling blackouts. It's gonna happen.
I was just at a Cracker Barrel. It was delicious.
It was really good.
the honky bucket.
The honky bucket.
I mean, I felt like I was in a museum when they have a gift shop there. That's just like
Oh, it's the best.
it's no. I feel like I should have been ushered like through a museum and then like then that's the exit. It
Right.
felt weird
They start
entering
hard.
there.
Yeah,
I feel like there should have been some like crappy like back in '52 when we were confirmed
Like an
racist.
animatronic in the back.
Like,
Hope you're not colored. Can't come in right now.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, this thing's way too real.
well, they were accused of being racist, but the name of it is Cracker Barrel. Like,
Were they ever accused of being racist?
yeah, a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, but I was,
Why? Because it's violently white in there?
yeah.
I mean, like, it's just...
The caucasity.
It's just the level of Caucasian is just insanely high in that place.
I'm gonna have me a double order of the chicken fingers.
Dude, the
go,
fucking...
go easy on the seasoning.
The casserole. The hash brown casserole.
I've never been to a
Are you fucking
I think
serious?
I was at a Cracker
You've
Barrel.
toured.
Why would I stop at a Cracker Barrel? That's
Breakfast.
not connected to a truck stop.
Today's episode
I get
podcast
all-
is brought to you by Cracker Barrel.
I would do all my shitting and eating at a Flying J or a Love's or it's got
Never
it,
been to Cracker Barrel?
it comes in and goes out. I think I went to a Cracker Barrel
You
when I was
never
like
shit
10.
in a Cracker Barrel.
That's fucking luxury.
No, you shit in the fucking TV section of the Walmart.
That's a good one.
That's
Don't
the
give
good,
that away.
Well, I mean, I feel like musicians listen to this
That's
podcast.
true.
So like
everybody's like nodding in agreement.
So what you do is you stop by like the toiletry section on the way to the bathroom. You grab a
Oh.
stick, some baby wipes.
Got it.
You just I'm shopping. I got to make a pit stop, whatever. And then
just
you
looking at the TVs.
and you just leave it in there. It's a victimless. Fuck the Walton family, dude. Fuck those
You're
people.
not hurting them.
Yeah, but you're hurting that employee who makes like $5.75
true,
an
has to
hour,
clean
who
that
has
up.
to live on food stamps because they don't make enough to survive, and now they got to clean up your like beer riddled and taco filled tour shit. It's just nothing but blood and
I didn't say
grease.
I shit on the floor. I didn't say go shit on the floor
That's
of the
what,
bathroom.
That's what I assumed. You just when you said TV section, I just assumed you just walked next to the TVs,
so
dumped on the floor.
So I do have a friend in a band from
man.
Chicago that went to like the Walmart bathroom, but he, sometimes on the road, you drinking, you're eating really bad food, and like your stomach just rebels, and he like crapped his fucking underwear, and like the guy who had just finished cleaning the bath, like he walks out with his shitty underwear and throws it in the garbage, and the guy looks at him, he's like, sorry. Like, I'm not gonna flush it, right? It's gonna make
that's gonna fuck up the toilet.
sorry. Like, hey man, what are you supposed to do with that? Carry it through the store? Like, it's
true.
Yes.
it's the only humane thing
You're
to
supposed
do.
to
Like,
return it to the return. Can I get a return on this?
Slightly used.
Slightly used.
Only
Ugh.
slightly.
yeah,
bad
shitting pants, man.
Pan shit.
I had a photo finish back at the house the other day, man. I was like, whoa, like,
That beer's catching up to you.
Same here when we were at that house.
Oh, dude.
And
I've never seen Al look more serious in my life.
yeah, that was the "I'm going to poop myself, please help," and it was really humid out too. So now I can describe because I said this before, and it's the best way to describe. I love talking about poop. I've been ill for a long time, so I have to describe this to the doctors. So I get
You're
very
used to it,
I get
yeah.
very colorful descriptions. So this one is in sci-fi movies when.
Well, hold on. Let's set this up. So
Okay.
we get to the customer's house, and Al's immediately like, "I have to shit, and this is bad." I was like, "All right, we'll make this work." We're just waiting on the customer. She should be here. And he's like pacing back and forth. She comes over and she's like, oh, hey, guys. Her neighbor decides to do a fucking stop and chat with her. And she's like, oh, hey. And Al's
I'm just like,
fuck you, Brenda. Shut the fuck up, Brenda.
So finally she walks over. She goes, well, hold on, I'll let you guys in a second. I got to put the dogs away now. And I was like, oh, my
and
God.
Literally, I muttered very softly under my breath, motherfucker. Like,
I wish I had like a piece of leather for you to just bite down on, like waiting.
Like, so what would you have done if you literally you got past the point of like this is happening? Now, you just drop trow and just like
we just put him in the back of the van.
Sorry.
So eventually I get in the house and cause she puts her dogs away. I get in and I use the bathroom and it was like in the movies when it's always like there's like a space horror film. Someone always gets like trapped in the airlock and let out,
like Alien and Aliens.
So when
and Alien 4.
So you're think of this like it's like a view from like behind the airlock. You see the air rush out violently, and then the person like a little person flies. So it was just like
and all the debris, right?
Yeah,
all of like the random cargo debris, like
all the decompression first. All the air.
I feel like I would have blown my pants out if I didn't make it to the bathroom. And thank this lady because she had Febreze in there because I would have made the house just.
I'm sure everybody heard all of it.
Oh yeah, but
I didn't catch it.
But I have no shame. Like at this point, like,
dude, who cares?
I go
Everybody
wherever.
Poops, man.
Everybody poops, just not as much as me. Like that's my book.
Why is God doing this to me?
So
when will this stop?
So I play a game at my house, and when I go to the bathroom, is it Al impersonating a Dragon Ball Z character, or is he taking a shit? So I'm like,
more often than not, I have a feeling it's you taking a shit.
yeah, usually.
Usually
Only a
safe
couple
bet.
times does my Napa power level rise.
Take off some armor, power up.
Hey, I've got the bladder of a 90-year-old woman. Can I go take a pee?
Yeah.
You want to pause this, or you guys want to keep going?
We'll keep going.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back. Don't mind me.
Do what you got to do. Just don't get lost.
Herp to derp to derp.
Yeah, see, I figure if I went to the bathroom, it'd be at least half an hour because I'm walking so slow right now.
You are in slow motion right now. Yeah. So your whole body, I take just fucking aches. Right now. Is it like catching up to you?
It's my core.
Yeah.
Like my legs are fine, but I got
Well, I mean, you got hit from the side, so you definitely got rocked back and like that way, which that's not good.
It was. I'm not my normal. I'm pretty chipper right now, but I'm not my normal super chipper self because it feels like I got hit by a car.
Right. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't like whack your head on anything.
I don't think I even hit an airbag because only the side airbags went off.
Oh, okay.
But the front didn't go off because it wasn't a front collision,
Right.
But the sides went off, and I'm trying not
you
to
didn't
be.
get any like burning at all from like the seatbelt or even the airbags?
Nope.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Like for as violently as I got hit.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like
walked
that
away.
lady hit the ever living shit out of you. Like, I'm surprised your car was even more totaled than it was. Like,
I don't. It was like I was having like PTSD trying to sleep with like the fireworks going off because I live in Berwyn.
they're
so-
still going off by you,
Yeah, I live in Berwyn. They go off all the every day like without fail.
regardless of how.
Yeah,
close
so
you
it's
are
like
to July.
midnight and like I'm trying to I'm not tired, but I just can't sit up because my whole body hurts.
Right.
So I'm just like laying in bed and there's like the fireworks are going off. I'm like, is this what it feels to have PTSD? Because it kind of feels
Kinda
like it.
feels like it. You got like a little minor. Like,
So I was driving people back from the city last night, and as we're driving past like my accident intersection, Ben's like, "Hey Al, what does it feel like driving past here?"
Oh, thanks, Ben.
And Jordan goes, "Shut the
Jeez.
fuck up, Ben."
Oh my god, that must have been a little nerve wracking to be there like less than 24 hours. Like,
Really, I'm
Jesus.
not. I'm not really like I'm not like I don't think I have any like post traumatic stress from it. I just which is good.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid to get into a car and
That's
like
good, yeah.
but it just I'm trying not to be angry either. I'm really trying.
It just sucks that your vehicle.
Well,
is
now
totaled,
with like the
you know,
chip
like-
shortages and everything, it's going to be impossible to get another car. Like,
What bodily function are we on now?
Back to car crash.
I mean, dude.
You ever been in a bad car crash?
No.
Really?
I've been very close.
Yeah.
Very like a couple Final Destination level close, where you're just like
gripping the wheel.
yeah, you're just like. You need another? You need a refill?
Boy.
Well, the worst one I was ever in was the one with Jack and Tom. That one time we were driving to see the Red Chord at Arlington Heights, and some lady stopped short. He wasn't looking. He was
Stop
looking
short and grab.
He did. Yeah, he did just stop short on Tom. He wasn't looking, and by the time he looked back, it was too late, and just slammed into the back of his car. That sucked.
I mean, but my thing is like, look, like. Nobody was like permanently injured or killed, right? So like on the magnitude of bad car accident, that I like with you, like, are you okay? That's the first question, right? Like, you walked away from it, like, okay, everything else can be fixed.
Some lady
like,
was real nice and she lived there. She gave me a garbage bag to put all my shit from my car in before it went to the impound.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you don't think about that shit.
So like, you know, I left like one of those CD like cases you put on like your visor, but it was all like, you know, burned CDs that were like 20 years old, you know. So
nobody's gonna take.
like, oh no, my scratched Home 7 Dust CD that's burnt, you know, like skips on waffle. Like, oh fuck.
That's priceless though.
Well, that skip means a lot to me now. I know it's coming. You know, it's an extra breakdown.
Do you have like a bunch of guys in this building named Kyle? Because holy shit, that bathroom door looks like some kid stuck his hand through it a million times.
I don't know, man. It's just this bathroom is like by far the worst. If you go up the floors, they tend to get better, and apparently the top floor one's like really nice.
That's
Nice
probably
in-
that's
like a
probably
hot
because there's
tub in
no
it.
bands up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know who the fuck's up there.
Yeah. You know what I have always appreciated about band practice space bathrooms, no matter where I've been, the scribing on the wall is some deep shit. It's like,
sucks.
dude, sometimes I've been like, I just start cracking up like a fucking child. I read these things, right?
There's
like
some very poetic stuff along those
it's
walls sometimes.
it's almost like it's like an analog like forum, right? And people
Yeah.
add their notes.
It's like what Twitter used to be, you know? Like,
Right.
It's basically it's shit posting, but literally you're posting in a
Little
shitter.
shit post.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like your music sucks. Fuck you. That's all it is. Like, but everyone's in a band here. Like, fuck you. Your dreams are bullshit. Yeah.
So one of my buddies is a DJ, and he posted on Facebook how to make money as a DJ, and the steps were
Sell drugs.
No, it was sell your equipment and get a real job.
No, dude, you gotta sell like.
sell drugs on the side.
Yeah, you sell drugs as a DJ. Everybody knows that. It's like how you make money as a sound guy. You sell drugs to the touring bands. Duh.
Can I also
true,
sell
all front
hot
house.
dogs? Like,
Pocket
That would
dogs.
be a racket. That would you have a little grill next to the
Yeah,
front
you know.
house board like.
you want
That's
some
Monitor's
some
world
edibles
now,
and
that's
like
front
6
of
hot
house.
dogs.
I offered Elias from Nonpoint some street hot dogs once.
Street dogs. Did he accept?
No, he just was like, bro, what? Like, I bought.
I have this in my pocket for an hour. Would you enjoy this hot dog?
We were in Connecticut, I
It's
think,
been warmed by my
or
pocket.
we were in New Hampshire, Connecticut. I don't know, somewhere.
Somewhere over there.
I forgot the name of the place. There's been a lot of beers since then, but the gas station near the venue had like the portable one-use grills.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like, you fold the legs out, and it's got the lighter fluid charcoal, so you just throw a match on it, pack of hot dogs, pack of buns. I'm sitting out there in a fucking like an old school fold-out chair on the sidewalk of this venue, roasting some hot dogs on the street. I got a picture of it somewhere.
You'd be like, sir, you got to move along, homeless.
Move along.
You have a permit?
Yeah, I got a permit. You got a permit to live here, sir.
Fucking blow up the RV, like, oh shit.
You
Yeah.
should have done it in the RV.
Well, I mean, you're in a band. You're like a traveling fucking hobo. Like you're basically a gypsy. Like t-shirts, got your t-shirts. Buy these t-shirts. Like
You're drunk and rowdy. You're
Look,
traveling a lot.
to be honest,
stealing.
my inspiration for like slinging merch in a touring band was like every time you leave like a Sox game and they're selling like Cubs suck
Bootlegs?
t-shirts, the bootlegs,
Those are
like
the best.
get your t-shirts, 2 for $5 on whatever you got. Like I'm just like, whatever, man, I'll cut a deal. What you got? Like you got $3 and a half-eaten slice of pizza. I'll take it. Like
Sure. Sold.
And then I fill out my SoundScan sheet. Well, I sold 15 CDs. I didn't say I bartered them for half-eaten food or drugs, but
They don't have that option.
that's
there.
not, so it's just,
That's shame on
I
them.
mean,
That's
who
their fault.
wouldn't want hats that only fit kindergartners and fanny packs with your logo on
Shut
it?
up.
I mean,
I didn't order those.
yeah, I know you didn't, but that's, still like to laugh about it.
People don't forget.
That was like 4th grade, man.
I tried to, but
Wait, you guys have fanny packs?
dude, don't
Yeah.
ask. It was bad. It was like,
Well, I'm asking
dude,
now.
So our dickhead
Keep my
label.
cables in there now
our
for my rig.
Well, see, look, at least
I keep the cables like for my
for your stuff.
yeah, I keep it in there because
I
you know
didn't use
at
that.
least somebody benefited from that whole fiasco.
those hats
area.
though they stop like here like. Dude,
So I
Why do
feel
I not remember any of this?
because I try to keep this
God,
like I
you
try
tried
to.
No, because he basically like took them and like put them in a box and like just threw 'em, like
immediately.
yeah, like he didn't even try.
You should just send them to Africa.
Dude, to the children in Africa who need fanny
the,
packs,
the
ill-fitting
Patriots
hats, right?
lost, you know,
Yeah,
shirts
like
and
all the
7-Day
lost,
Sonic,
like,
you know,
world
hats.
champions.
No, so I felt like the label guy, like when they did the merch order, they probably opened up an Oriental trading catalog and were like, we'll just
Oh, we
slap
need
some
more of these.
Yeah,
Put the name on
you
there.
know, just
Kids like these,
Yeah,
right?
they'll pay $7 for
Kids like fanny packs.
Hey, The Rock wore a fanny pack in like '98, so like,
That's true. But The Rock was also still gigantic back then.
I mean, if The Rock can wear it, why can't I?
People
be
listen to
a
his music and
scrawny
get the
white
shit
dude?
kicked out of them.
Sometimes I confuse the Rock's voice for Obama's voice.
Pretty close.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Like, and The Rock kind of looks like Obama if he was
Jacked
like
Obama.
jacked Obama, right?
Obama.
Joe Obama. I mean, dude, I heard he's going to run for president. He'll probably win too.
Okay, so no,
I hope
I
not.
have a ticket for 2024.
You guess already.
So apparently, apparently we can only elect people who are like 90 fucking years old.
Right, that's a prerequisite
So,
for it.
but now we got to,
a tinge of racism.
we have to be like wokeness is we got to elect a woman. So my ticket is Betty White and Dolly Parton.
Ooh.
Because Betty White is, she's like 170.
Sure.
Like, her and the Queen are gonna like duke it out for like,
Cher.
the immortal.
Cher might be good.
Yeah, but Cher's a piece of shit.
Aren't they? They all.
Betty White's awesome.
Betty White might actually get something done. So would
and
Dolly Parton,
they're
actually.
both
Yeah,
awesome.
they're too good.
So
They're too good for
my
it.
philosophy on presidents and people who ascend to that rank is that I feel like you have to be a piece of shit to make it that far. And
Yeah,
which is
it's like
why
a CEO.
Well, right, which
you
is
know.
which is why like I've never understood, right? Like you could say Trump but it happens on the left too, where people like idolize these politicians like they're like they become like heroes. I'm like, dude, like you don't
so
get
I hate when they call them leaders. No, you're an elected
You're
official.
an elected official.
You're a
yeah, sit the fuck
representative.
down, Yeah.
You're not a leader. You're some dick.
You're just some dick.
Well, no, there's leadership that goes into it, right?
Yeah,
Like
there's
so-
leadership, but you're
so
you're
you
not
vote-
a leader. You're
you're
a representative.
Well, that's the thing.
Except for the president, he's the leader. Everyone else,
Well, you're a representative, right? Because you lie to people to get their votes. But once you get elected, it's like, some of these people, like, look at like the Biden thing, all the stuff he was talking about. Oh, well, yeah, let's forget about that. Like, I'm in. So what are you going to do about it until 4 years from now? It's just like, that's the whole thing. Like, I remember like voting for the first time when I was like 18, when I was younger, right? Maybe way less jaded. And then you start picking up on like, dude, this is all bullshit. Like, they campaign on these things and none of them get accomplished, or they just, I was just
Or
saying.
it's just like a
I was
fraction
just
of what-
saying
yeah.
that, I was really drunk when I was doing
I
this
didn't
whole
think you guys would
campaign.
actually
I
believe me.
didn't think you'd
Yeah,
actually follow up on this. So, I did. Well, that's what it feels like.
I
Like,
propose the idea that what we should do is we can still keep it every 4 years. And so, like, every year, every family gets to vote on who's their most racist uncle or grandfather. So then you take them by county and they just do a battle royale style fight, right? Whoever wins has a whole nother year to recoup. Then they do it by state. Then it's one more year to recoup, and then it's the grand finale. And if they can make it all the way there, they become
America's
president.
most racist uncle?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then boom, we're done. There it is. And nobody has to vote. Just that one time, and that's it. Super simple.
I mean, the
You would
feats of
eliminate a lot of racist people too, real fast.
the feats of strength. You know, like
do they get like a lifetime supply of like Bush Light or something for this?
Absolutely.
no, I mean the whole
and like
It's
a,
endorsed by Budweiser.
no, the whole competition is fueled by Budweiser.
Yeah.
There's just cases everywhere, like
just-
drunk uncles
just
fighting.
there,
Like
yeah.
this episode of Nothing's for No One is brought to you by Bud Light.
an InBev company.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're an international conglomeration at this
As I'm
point.
drinking the best beer, the best.
It's a champagne of beers.
You just living the high life.
I mean, this is what we
I do
actually
like that
endorse.
beer,
You know,
actually.
like
Hey, there's your camera.
It's my swill of choice.
Let me get it.
It's a good one. I like that one a lot.
Get this one all leveled up. You gotta make it the screenshot for Nothing says day drinking like day drinking. How are you supposed to get drunk during the day if you don't drink?
That's a good point, actually.
Day drinking is such a slippery slope because you think, in theory, you're going to go day drinking. You're going to be home at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock maybe. You get to bed early. No, you just drink until the bar closes anyway, and you're
5
just
a.m., you're still
super
at
wasted.
Exit.
Like, yeah, well, Exit will never kick you out if you're friends with them. Like, they open the back door. It's like 9
that's
o'clock in
dangerous.
the morning. You know, like the sun hits you. Like, time travel. Like, they don't do that. I was just being facetious. They don't do that. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Edit this out.
You're fine.
You're fired. You're never allowed to back in. Unless you put on one of those plates and grind your genitals like those sexy grind girls. You got that. That's the only way they'll allow you.
Oh
back in
man,
now.
I was
Or
in
if
there
you're one of
once.
those two weird twin guys that I saw. But go on.
No, I just remember being in there. It was like fucking 130 degrees and just dank, and just some girl like on the bar with her booty clapping, and I'm just like catching a whiff, and I'm like, oh, this is all right. Like, I don't even.
All right.
I mean, I like Exit. It's just like a giant toilet with a bar in it. Like, it just kind of
think
it all,
that's their slogan.
it all. Dude, some guy once on Halloween, I was there, and he was like in a Disney princess gown, and he clearly had a hard on. It was like, I think he was trying to finger my butt when I was in line for the bathroom. I'm like,
I don't
bro, hands off, man. Like,
if you say no homo when it happens, it makes it straight. The Greeks told me this.
Go team.
oh, is that from Aristotle? Was that Nicomachean Ethics?
Yes. As
Was
long
that Aristotle Pluto?
as long as you say or what non hominous or whatever in Latin, like it's totally fine. It's not gay.
Church it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's fair.
I mean, hey,
I mean,
rules
the
are rules.
Pope said it too.
Oh, okay. Well then,
I mean,
you're good.
I think I might have misinterpreted what he said
Might have
just a little bit.
yeah.
The poop.
This section of the podcast is brought to you by the Catholic Church.
A lot of sponsors on this one, more than usual.
Oh.
You are making the sounds about how I feel right now.
No, I'm hungover, but I'm feeling a little better with some of these,
Getting you back up.
but I still feel like shit, like I've condensed like months worth of drinking into one weekend. My body's like,
Well,
bro, what are you
It's
you
like
doing?
intermittent fasting, but with alcoholism.
That's true.
You just, if you condense it, you give your liver time to heal.
right.
Ugh.
Think about it. When you get back home, getting
I mean,
detox.
that's what all the hipsters are on now is the intermittent fasting. It's like I'm
I
too,
hear that a lot.
I'm too
so
poor to
much.
eat more than one meal a day, so let's call it something. Is that what it is?
Like, just stop eating late at night like a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you save money.
I mean, I don't eat late at night because I have back on the poop stories. I got
Back to poop.
I got issues, so if I gotta do anything in the morning, I can't have eaten anything. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be,
rough
it's
start.
gonna be like Aliens, where like you see the airlock go out, but the airlock is my pants, and it's just
Man, getting older is fun, right? Your body just starts saying, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Like,
Start shutting down.
yeah. But it's been
on
doing
you.
it to me since I was like 23. So like,
well, I was out with my godfather and my uncle Dennis today, like for, just catching up, and he's just looking at me. It only gets worse. He's like, you're 35? Just wait till you're 65. Oh, like, you know what? It's one of those things, when somebody asks you, like, if you could, like, have a fortune teller tell you exactly when and how you're gonna die? Would you want to know? I'm like, no, just no. I want to live every
Keep
day
the
in
mystery
fear.
alive, yeah.
Just live every day with
Tuesday.
crippling anxiety. You know, like.
Tuesday.
Well, I talked to like Daniel. We talked about like if you could live forever, would you? He's like, fuck yeah, would. I'm like, bro, I've already seen enough. I'm only
Yeah, I don't know.
like if you could
rough.
be like a vampire who lives for 1,000. Dude, I get bored. I'd be like,
horrendous.
I've had enough. I've had enough.
But I think like we can get Keanu Reeves on this podcast because he lives forever. You've seen those pictures
That
where
is
it's like
true.
a dude
He's
from the 1800s
ageless.
that looks exactly like him.
There's like multiple people
Yeah.
that look just like him throughout the years.
Is he a lizard person? Interdimensional lizard?
No,
Nah, I think he's too good for that.
He's too pure.
I don't want to get in on those type of
John Wick,
conspiracies.
whatever, those are good.
You're gonna have to put like the clock behind me as I talk about conspiracies.
Fucking
You get the real time.
fucking feds show up at Al's house later. Like,
yeah. Heard what you said.
How did you know about this?
well, you got the
You were 99.9% accurate.
You
How
got
do you know
you got
about
the
this?
Bill Gates nanobot 5G vaccines. That's how they're tracking all your thoughts right now.
I
Clearly.
mean, I can shoot it at my fingertips. Anytime I need extra Wi-Fi on my phone, I just go like this, and it comes out. It's 5G.
My Surface Pro works better now.
Oh, you're welcome.
has its advantages.
Yeah, I see there's more pros than cons really to get that chip.
Hey
People are
man,
missing out.
Elon.
Wait, so that's what the chip shortage went to?
Yeah.
They're injecting it into your arm.
But they
right?
want you to think
rather
it's
than
chip shortage because of the video cards that people are buying up and for cryptocurrency. No, it's the chips in your veins.
It's Big Lay's,
Look, dude.
making potato chips. It's Big Lay's, totally in on it.
Big Lays. It's all part of the chips.
I mean, cybernetics is the only way
potatoes
we're
and-
ever going to compete with the doomsday AI that's about to spawn. I mean, like,
Fuck, yes.
if we don't all become like cyborgs, like, we're not going to keep up with that
I just
processing
watched
power.
iRobot. I'm all into this conversation.
Dude, like Elon Musk, like he wants to do like the neural lace technology where it's an adapter into your brain, but like you would be hooked up to you could process things faster, right? You wouldn't have to be limited by the synapses of your brain controlling your body on a keyboard. No, you would think it would happen, right?
awesome.
But he wants to do it not because it would be an advancement for humanity, but it's the only way we
fucking
could
cool.
possibly survive sentient AI. It's the only way we'd have a chance of keeping up.
All right, so speaking of sentient,
have fun trying to
robots.
sleep tonight.
So this is kind of like
My CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
So I've already talked with Bill about this, and I might have mentioned it to you, but like in the future, and when we're fighting robots and we're fighting the cyborgs, and you go to like Kano rip their heart out, but it's like a hard drive, right? When you pull it out, is it like an old school hard drive that like spins? Or is it like a new school hard drive that's a solid state? Or is it like a hybrid? I just want to know, do you feel like the still spinning heart of your kill when you rip it out?
Finally, somebody's asking the real questions.
I mean, it's like because you think that like after a certain point they're just gonna repurpose whatever crap they can get a hold of,
It's
because
true.
the robots, they don't care, if it's just gonna die. Like, so you got some robot, it's just spinning.
It's an old Western Digital, like
Yeah, and he walks too fast
got
and
this in Best
then
Buy.
it shakes and he just tips over. But I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of the most dystopian future possible, and that's these like hunter-killer robots that are still firing on like Western Digital, like green, like the worst hard drives possible.
That makes me think like maybe like the cooling fan gets caked with too much dirt and it
They
stops
just
working.
die.
They just
Yeah.
overheat. Like,
Just hang out in the desert for a couple years. It'll be fine.
Is there like a
sounds like a polka
like
band.
polka band. I want to start. Let's bring the microphones in there and
All right, I'm gonna grab a room
get
mic.
jiggy with it.
Let's get these guys on.
Let's get these guys on.
Let's get fucking. I bet you one of their names is Bogdan. Probably.
Hey, Bogdan stole my watch.
Or Peter. I mean, like or Marcin.
And we had a
It's Tony's dad's name. Go
when
on.
our grandma got real old, she was a fat lady with diabetes, so they had to chop her legs off at the knees, so she needed someone to take care of her. So we got this Eastern European guy, and his name was Bogdan.
Okay, there's the connection.
So-
I was like, where did
Yeah,
that come from?
it's a Bogdan
Okay.
story. So
right.
our grandfather, anytime he
God, this
misplaced,
kid is like fucking. Continue.
Go on. Sorry.
All right, we're gonna take this outside and fight about it.
So we chopped her legs off.
Hey, man.
It's,
I'm making a real fast story, like real fast.
I'm making a
we
point.
got time. It's all
We got
right.
no, we don't got time. We got to speed it up. Speed it up. Get these stories through. But
Got a lot to talk about.
she couldn't take care of herself, so we needed someone, to take care of her because my grandpa was old too. He's obviously can't lift her in and out of bed, but anytime something went missing, like glasses, his watch, like
His cane.
Bogdan stole it.
That
Like
son
it's
of
like
a bitch.
no, Grandpa. Like you're just getting a little senile,
old.
and you're misplacing shit. Bogdan's the nicest dude in the world. Like why would he steal your fucking cane? Like what does he need?
Big Bogdan.
That's Big Bogdan.
Yeah.
Like really, that's a big conspiracy.
Hey man, Eastern Bloc can't trust him. I mean, like,
That's true.
I mean, this was the
Bloc
'90s. This was
motherfuckers.
the '90s, bro. I mean, like,
Well, yeah, that was when the wall just fell, so we had a lot of immigrants, pushing
See,
through.
that's why we got to get that wall. It was working. It was
hey
working.
man, like.
Yep.
Mongolia never
saying?
had a problem with
Did you just
immigrants from Mexico. Like,
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
see?
Did you just say Mongolia had a
Not one-
had a problem with
They
immigrants?
Yeah,
Mongolia
you
never had
ever
a
see a
problem
Mexican in there?
with
Huh?
with
You ever see one in there?
Salvadorians
No.
coming through. You ever see a Salvadorian, Honduran immigrant in China?
Nope.
1,500 years
Fucking
ago?
walls
No,
work.
the wall
That's why.
worked.
It worked.
Telling you what,
Texas has got the right idea, continuing taking taxpayers' money to build a wall instead of fixing their infrastructure in any way, shape, or form.
Hey, you guys want power? No, we need this wall.
What a bunch of fucking morons.
my racism trumps all logical thought.
Man. That was the most dumb shit thing I heard in a while.
regulations are bad. Now get back to work,
fuck.
10-year-old. Go back to the coal mine.
Remember how a bunch of us died during the winter? Oh, you want to build a wall instead? All right,
yeah, fuck
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Go ahead. I didn't need my grandmother anyway. It's fine.
This
Like,
episode is
what
brought
the
to you by Walker Texas Ranger.
Well, what wasn't there
Fucker.
like a politician from Texas who says like the patriotic thing for old people to do is just die? Like, I mean that's what
Holy
they believe.
shit.
They're like just like, well, if
You
it
might
means
as well just kill yourself.
if it
is
means
what they're
putting my
saying.
family in debt for my medical, I would just die. It's the patriotic thing to do. It's like,
That's what America would
oh,
do.
okay, cool,
That is
man.
insane.
Dying
I
from
don't
preventable
doubt that.
illness to own the libs.
Hey, you're just supposed to go bankrupt. That's the American
Right.
way. Well, actually, if you make under a certain amount of money per year, your health care is free. You can if you go to a hospital and get them emergency procedures done because you were dying. If you make under 35 grand or something, you can they'll just wipe it. Like they don't tell you about that.
I've heard that actually.
But if you don't
yeah.
make enough money, you so that I guess that's a good thing.
I can't.
But so just be really 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 poor, and then you won't have to pay for your health care.
Well, if you're over 65, just walk into traffic. That's the moral of that story.
No,
Do everybody a favor.
just
like
go out to the woods and jump off the the waterfall.
like those Nordic.
I was just gonna bring that up.
Where they just jump off the cliff.
Fuck, I was talking about that recently. I keep forgetting what that's called.
Midsummer, where
well,
they
no,
well,
what
but
that,
the
what, there's a term for it.
yeah. I forgot. I don't know. Lutefisk. I don't know. Like
No.
That's like a fish
oh
dish-
yeah. Oh no, I
dish.
know. I'm just everything's. Yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember. And this is the second time it got brought up, and I know that I used to know the word. And I
I mean,
can't
if
remember
only
it.
we had some sort of
Nah, it's not
device
fun,
to
alright?
look up.
No, we're not doing it.
When did the suicide machines from Futurama get put on street corners?
Well, they have the cry machines that will probably get turned into suicide machines for Amazon. You saw that, right?
I heard something about that.
It's like a closet that you just cry into.
Oh no!
when
Well,
you have, like, a 5-minute break.
because and right now it's voluntary, but I'm assuming that at some point the the supervisors at Amazon will just you've been selected for mandatory cry room. They stick you in this pod and you just scream like it's just fucking terror. You're just sheer just fucking losing your mind. You've been selected for readjustment therapy. You're not binning things fast enough, fucking human robot.
Lotto and they just kill you.
Now get back in your sort cage.
What I read about Amazon is that they treat workers so awful so they can have a high turnover rate so they can hire new people at a lower wage. Mm-hmm. So that's
Makes sense if you can't make scale.
I mean, what were we talking about? A gun that fires guillotines? Like that's what we need now for people like Bezos. You know, we can't just rise up and like kill the proletariat or whatever while I put on my commie party badge,
dude.
But
we gotta
a guillotine gun.
We gotta stop Bezos before he becomes like some fucking like
Lex Luthor,
like some
he's
spider
already bald.
type fucking giant monster unit. You know, like
He's gonna make a space laser and then be like, you know, if you don't pay up $1 million.
Hear me out. I think he's a huge Wild Wild West fan, and he's gonna make a gigantic spider robot.
That's what I was saying. And he's gonna like cybernetically
I have to like push my jaw up. I'm like so excited.
Hey man, nobody's talking it.
Desperado don't know nada.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he looks like Lex Luthor. I mean, like he's going to space. What could he possibly want in space other than to like pull like a Moonraker? Remember Bond? You know, like he's gonna reseed the Earth with all of his, you know, his.
What was the plan in that one?
So like this crazy fucking guy, he's got like this, you know, space station, and he's gonna breed the perfect human, but he's got to wipe out all life on Earth first, and then they're gonna recolonize the world. It's like some.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Bezos, you know, it's probably what's happening. I mean, think about it, like. Star Trek predated most of the technology we have now, right? I don't think Bezos is creative enough. He's a big sci-fi fan, so he's just taking notes. Ooh. Well, I saw it in a movie. You're gonna do it. Like,
might as well do it.
Bring up Star Trek. I got a good segue from there.
I want to go pee again.
Yeah. So this is good.
You do have a tiny bladder.
Dude, I gotta pee. Because
you haven't been on tour.
So
yeah, I couldn't tour anymore.
One of my friends, she goes to like a sex club, a burlesque club, you know.
A burlesque sex club.
Yeah. And
that's a fucking tongue twister. But go on.
So, because you know, the lockdowns, they couldn't have any other burlesque shows, so they like had one like digitally, like where they were like recorded it,
streamed it,
and then like, you know, you had to like, you know, pay money, but you know, you like it wasn't too much, but then you get the invite, and so we're watching it, and the last dancer was she was dressed in like the 60s Star Trek like the female the blue outfit with the short skirt.
Yeah.
And she was dancing to William Shatner's
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man, the William Shatner cover of Rocket Man. So, you know, she's
working it then.
She's stripping to it, and now I got to explain to all our viewers out there who don't know what a merkin is. now in movies when there's a nude scene, it's fake pussy hair that they put over it just to cover.
Well, men can wear it too.
Well, it's to cover the vulva, and for the most part, that's why. And now this lady, when she was, you know, getting naked to Rocket Man, she finally pulls, you know, her clothes off. She has pasties because nipples are weird. You know, you can't show those.
Well, in burlesque, they don't show.
Yeah,
them.
I know.
Yeah.
But
and I don't know what platform. This probably wasn't on Twitch. I don't know what platform.
No, it was some super weird platform.
It has to be.
That had. It was like, it felt like Pokemon, because you had to like, you were walking this little avatar around, and then you had to walk from the main room into the showroom to be able to get like the show feed. It was insane.
Weird.
And but so she was wearing a Captain Kirk's face on her merkin, so it's called a Kirkin.
A merkin Kirkin.
And this is art. Like
that is high art.
Like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in like, I don't, for live performance, you know. And there was another dancer that I could probably talk about, but I figure I'll save that for later.
Okay.
I mean, I guess fine. So
he's here.
So what is it?
Probably know.
The second Star Wars movie, the original trilogy.
Wait, the thing from fucking Highlander?
No.
What?
Get out of here. Go back. So,
Kirk and Merkin.
No, so
Kirk Merkin.
What is it? You know how Luke cuts open the tauntaun?
Yeah.
And he like hides inside of it. So like, or was it Han cuts it open or whatever and puts him in there?
Inside, yeah.
So this girl comes out and she's, I don't want to body shame, but she was a fat girl.
Rotund.
Yeah. Okay, rotund.
She was festively plump.
Yeah.
And she's wearing like a white lace outfit, but she has a giant tauntaun mask over her outfit. So she comes out and she's doing sexy dancing.
Were they all sci-fi related dancers?
No, it's just a bunch of them.
Okay.
Because they're nerds, you know, like a bunch of nerds. So she comes out, she takes the mask off, you know, things are getting heated up, and she starts taking off more clothes, and she starts throwing her guts out, like. And I'm like, I'm not physically attracted to you right now, but I am so turned on. Like,
I love this.
My nerd boner is just like.
Well, I just imagine you were just like, I'll give it a shot, and you're just like,
yeah. Now
I couldn't masturbate vigorously enough to that.
I actually unplugged my microphone when we were watching that because I didn't want any like comments I made to slip over to.
So wait, you could have a mic on and they could like hear you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
But during this show, like most people were, they either muted their stuff.
Right.
Were you just trying to cover the sound of your heavy breathing?
That's
No,
that's just a ton of that.
no. So,
Oh, you hear?
so,
It's just like-
so I'm talking. So it's the sex club. When we were explaining it to my ex-girlfriend, we explained it's like how golf golf clubs are like you have to like know someone to like invite you. You can't.
and be
You
white,
can't just like show up and say, hey, let me in. So my ex-girlfriend thought that like you had to go golfing order to be let into this sex club.
Missed that boat.
She like there's just a huge disconnect. So
disconnect,
now
yeah.
my friend, she refers to her sex club as like golfing, so she can talk
golf
about
club.
it in public. And I was like, oh yeah, I hit an eagle yesterday. I'm like, what does that mean? Like,
I was in the sand all day.
yeah,
yesterday.
exactly. And we were playing in the mud,
A lot of water in this one.
Mulligan.
Mulligan.
It's in polite company. It's great though. I was I was out with my golf friends last night. And people are thinking, you're hitting golf balls.
I didn't know you play golf.
It's like you're hitting balls, but they're just
Sure.
not golf
Not
balls.
those kind of balls. Brought to you by Balls.
Man.
So men who are of over 35, you got to feel, those nuts,
start
and you
checking.
got to make sure that there's no irregularities, and it's not gay, especially if you say no homo. You just got to feel.
You're doing it to yourself.
Well, I mean,
Unless you're helping a buddy out.
if you help a buddy out, you're just helping a friend.
That's true.
If you say no homo and cough while you're doing it, when he comes, it's not gay.
That's true.
When he comes.
Yeah. When he
Tell your doctor to say no homo when you give me my checkup.
Please say it.
Please say it.
No.
Oh.
My dad's proctologist was Dr. Payne.
Oh, that's
I feel
terrible.
like when you're going when you like decided on a
Pain-
special
there's a pain in his
on his
ass.
speciality. He's like, well, my name's Dr. Payne, so I might as well go into ass play.
They call
I
him
might as
the
well.
machine. Your proctologist comes in fucking with a
millimeter.
yeah.
It's just
They call him the
shirtless.
machine. Oh
Peter
God.
Stormare's there. Like,
Well,
what the fuck's going on?
why couldn't there be like a fetish angle in, like healthcare? I mean, I don't know. It could be a niche thing. I'm sure rich people would get off.
I like
on it.
jacking off in an MRI machine. Those magnets spinning around me while I listen to ICP, wondering how they work.
Jesus
I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
somebody's
Yeah,
like,
that hum,
like
that hum gets me going. Mm,
That's my shit.
I got
that's my fetish.
I got a hospital
fetishes.
gown fetish. Ugh. IV bag fetish.
I was just at the ER, and because of that, I was like, "Can I get an MRI?" And they're like, "Why?" Because I'm like, "I need to masturbate."
I need this. I've been single
And,
for a little bit
and when you
now.
see
Don't
the injury
deny
on
me.
my pinky, now I masturbate like a gentleman because, like,
Oh, that's nice.
see, I'm or the British.
You
I
think they'll
imagine
keep doing that,
this is
like,
how British
afterwards?
people masturbate. I assume.
Just like they drink their tea.
Yeah, I mean it's classy. Like you got to maintain some semblance of class when
When you're at your lowest.
when you're at your lowest.
If I don't do the pinky, I'm a total piece of shit.
I mean, if you cry after, that's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. It's a release of emotions.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? I feel like we should get back to movies.
Oh
Like-
man, I don't know. This has been great though. So how you been? How's life in the more rural parts of America? Less hustle and bustle.
Maybe it's the pandemic and the world opening up, but everyone fucking forgot how to function in the world.
Well,
And maybe that's me
yeah.
coming back to Chicago after being on a slower track, but it's like, holy fuck. Like, dude, I thought I was going to die in the Costco parking lot the other day. It was just like the most hazardous place to
There's
exist.
been,
Like
an uptick in shitty driving, and obviously,
it's just,
I wouldn't know anything
I'll
about
prove
it.
that, but like,
no,
Everyone
I
drives
mean,
great. No one looks on their phone.
dude, it's
Brakes can be used and accidents can be avoided.
And
turn
the-
signals
and-
are
in
optional.
the
Yeah,
last month, I've seen, I think, 3 people pull the maneuver where they have the right turn signal on and they make a left.
That happened to us last night, leaving
It's
Reggie's.
fucking
Like,
crazy,
dude, like
multiple times I've seen that.
I got all my Chicago insane driving in this weekend back. Like I went from Berwyn up to Lincoln Park to see Mike real quick at the shop.
Oh fuck!
Oh, that was an experience. Holy shit.
sure.
And I had to pee. Well, my kidneys are working overtime this week, but I'm like stuck behind a fucking bus. And then there's like the biker who's just taking I'm just the bicyclist. I'm just my inner Costanza, dude, was bubbling
Right.
to the surface. I just, like
Well, I mean, traffic has been worse than ever. Like, if it was like 3 weeks ago, not that bad, but now all of a sudden.
so one of the things that I forgot about was that I forgot about potholes because there's no potholes in North Carolina. Like
the roads are pretty nice.
they're surprisingly
Well, they don't salt, do they?
they don't salt, but they don't really get like if it snows or they get ice, it usually just naturally melts away by the
once
afternoon,
the
right?
sun's out.
So they use like a vinegar solution on the roads sometimes.
Yeah, maybe
like
sand.
But none of the salt, but it never the water buildup never so the structural integrity is pretty good. And then
Penetrate.
I get back here and I'm thinking
Sand.
oh, it's summer, right? Like it's not pothole season. No, just fucking shit ever. I'm like,
pothole season. All
holy
season.
fuck.
There's
I
seasons.
I felt like my bad. Didn't anticipate this shit. Like, yeah.
I feel
oh, yeah.
everyone you hit now,
Some air in
too.
the tires, you'll be fine.
Whoa. No. So,
Good news is I don't have to buy new tires.
That's a win.
So I got to think of the positives.
Do you have an oil change coming up at all? You know,
I just got an oil change. I just got my village sticker. I just bought a gas cap.
How did you buy gas?
I was about half tank.
All right.
at least he didn't wax and buff his car.
Wow.
By hand, like a nice hand polished finish. Like, oh, look at that.
That's a damn good looking
It's
car
a
right
damn
there.
good looking car. Like,
God forbid something ever happen.
Fuck!
I feel like anytime you do that, you're just queuing yourself up for something bad. That's what I've learned
I
in
know,
life.
dude, for real.
Anytime. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just gun shy now, but anytime something good happens in life, something bad comes right afterwards.
Dude, tell me about it.
Go to
I
a
always
party,
think
your
of that.
cat dies. Get your gas cap, you get
Give
T-bone.
me a couple minutes. I will write my Chris Gaines
That's an
song.
extreme.
Broke with my girlfriend. My cat done died. And I strummed my guitar. Someone lied.
Hey, buddy.
I'm kind of distracted by the polka that's going on in the other room.
They're still going hard.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I kind of want to run over there and
They
say
probably
hi.
make more money than every other band in this building.
Well, my dad used to be in a polka band. He'd fire off guns, this is the 70s though.
Fuck
So
yeah.
they just fire guns into the ceiling.
That was normal in the 70s. Polka bands firing guns into
Yeah.
this. That was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, you're firing blanks, but still, you're still putting a
Hey, man, isn't that how Bruce Lee's son died?
yeah. Well, you're not supposed to stand in front of it.
Wasn't it more than that though, or he was too close to it? Or
No, it still fires out like a paper wad.
Yeah, like a
and
slug,
it's,
yeah.
so it's like if you're real close to it, it's gonna kill you because
Yeah, I remember I went to Cowboy Town or whatever in Union, Illinois, where they shoot the pop can and it's got a big old hole in it.
Cowboy Town
Yeah. It's
What?
like some town where it's just like old West Town.
in
Shit.
Illinois.
Union, Illinois.
Doesn't make any sense.
Dude,
Why?
it's where the Union.
There's no cowboys in Illinois.
There are there.
I mean, the cows would come to Illinois to get butchered. We got the butcher, like the meat packing.
yeah, that's why
cowboys.
Chicago became what it is. Because of those slaughterhouses.
I read the
I
Jungle.
didn't know your mom grew up in the fucking back of the yards. I wonder if she knew my mom at all and her family.
You know, it's weird because Anthony's wife Morgan, her mom Jamie, grew up, around the southwest suburb. You know what I mean? And when my parents came to visit a month or two ago, they started talking did you know this place? Yeah, I know. They're the corner store, and yeah, you remember those people
No shit.
and it was just one of these moments where these two people who have lived into their 60s and never crossed paths once. Now, the degrees of separation are immediately just
and that's
there's,
how we know
it's
Kevin Bacon.
And yeah, that's how that works. That's funny. Yeah, I wonder your mom and my mom should get together and talk. And just see what
that's
see
the
what they
thing
know.
because you'd start talking about
Yeah,
places
little
or
neighborhood.
people or maybe and then you're so funny story. When I lived in Berwyn on Ridgeland, one of my friends, from just the school kids, right? There's this guy Andreas, And, you know, he had an older sister that lived in the other block. And, you know, we were in the same classes, and we just walk home from school together. There was like a little corner store on Cermak that would sell like 5-cent can. You know what I mean? The Pop Rocks, that shit. And, like, you know, it's cool. We just hang out, right? You know, get invited to the parties. But I think when I was like 8 or 9, that's when we moved, you know, and when you're a little kid, even though you're moving 3 miles down the road,
3 miles is huge.
You're on the other end of the world.
You might as well be in Uzbekistan, right? So, you know, okay, we moved there, and I go to a new school and go to high school, and, you know, my friend Dre, you remember Dre and Andrew and Andrew Morrissey and everybody, and so we're friends in high school, and then, you know, we're friends in college. We went to UIC, so we're all just hanging out, and I was at their apartment one time. I was like 20 years old, 21 at this point, and like we're drinking, you know, whatever, Friday night, and I don't know how we got to talking about it, like, but somehow we got on the topic of like where we grew up, and he's like, wait, Rick, hold on, stop. Are you Rick from across the street? I'm like, what street did you? Oh, well, we called him Dre, Andreas. Like, so we had been friends as kids for a couple years.
Right.
And then fell apart. Yeah.
And then we became friends again organically, right? It wasn't like we didn't know this. And then it was like, we were like 21 years old. Holy shit, you're Rick from across the street. Like, dude, yeah, I used to go to your family's backyard parties and hang out in the basement. And like, so, you know, it's just like those holy crap, right? Like,
the world's a small place, man. It's fucking crazy.
No, it really is.
Like,
you know,
Scarlotta knew my buddy Rory. They lived across each other from the dorms. Like, what the fuck?
Scarlotta knows Chelsea's dad because he used to come in a Guitar Center.
Oh yeah,
it's just like it's one of those like.
Oh, I think did I tell you I was in Oakbrook doing a job, and this girl walks out of this office. I'm like, holy shit! I was like, yo, Casey, what's up? This girl I knew since 2nd grade. I hadn't seen her since, I think I told you it was like Nick's birthday. It was like his 22nd or 23rd.
Oh,
like
yeah.
In front of
well, we got him really drunk.
And I saw her. I was like, what's up, Casey? Is he all right? I was like, it's his birthday. It's all good.
Yeah, I feel like I partially
That was the last time I saw her. Yeah, you were definitely responsible for that.
Those birthdays in the 20s, dude, I was on like a seek and destroy. But it didn't matter, right? Like that night, Jason.
We still talk about that night.
I mean, you know, the other co-host.
Yeah.
Bill's like,
rip on him, you know, that's what you do.
Bill's like, we're gonna be at Brixie's, and I'm like, oh, it's, you know, okay. Like, he's like, it's my buddy Jason's birthday. I'm like, birthday?
Did you say birthday?
I'll be there in 10
God,
minutes.
my dick is hard. Let's
go, dude. I like spent like 100.
Like Malort,
dude. I think I racked like my tab was substantial that night, and I just kept force feeding this kid just booze, like. And he wasn't really a drinker.
Not at all. He still isn't.
So I was just like, hey, man, it's your birthday. Hey, I was just, you know, and like people are being friendly to you, right? And you're young. You're like, oh, okay. It's like, it's like not shaking someone's hand. Dude, shots. I wasn't taking shots with him. I was just fucking, there you go. Here's a beer. Like your birthday that one time, you tried to get away from me by going into the bathroom, and I followed you in there
every time
with a beer and a shot, and you're like falling asleep. On the urinal at Healy's, and I'm just standing there like behind him, like, you can't escape me. Here, there you go. Like,
there's no end to this.
I'm like
Healy's Husk. How disappointing was that?
Dude, that was.
Oh, that hurt.
So obviously the company was what made the night good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it was like that was sad, man. Like the whole street was kind of like
not the same.
I know it was a Thursday. I get it. It's an off night, but like, man, like walking to Healy's and like. It's the same. It was like some surreal backrooms thing where you're like, I'm here, but I'm not really here.
It looks like Wayne's basement.
It's just
Wayne's basement.
It's just like, oh, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, like somebody must have been like Bluetoothing the music through their phone and walking too far. I'm like, oh God, this is
blaring this like Latino, like, I don't know. It was just loud as fuck. And I was like, oh, this is cool. My friend's like 2 feet away from me.
I mean, you know, and I understand when the bar is packed, the music's loud. It's part of the. There's like 7 people in there. I'm like, oh my God, like
maybe 10 max.
Fuck. I think they might be just trying to say fuck you to the neighborhood. I don't know. That bar's been having all sorts of like.
It's just sad, you know, like like.
This episode is brought to you by racism in Forest Park.
Yeah, and
Small town politics and racism.
I mean, no, but I mean, like, so even that night, right? Like for us, like, I know Forest Park through you guys,
Yeah,
so
you've been there
I've
a
just
lot.
been like an adopted member of the Forest Park crew, right? So mixed race neighborhood, it's like our friends, whatever, man. It's not a big deal. I just felt like that night was like a little like it was like super like we were getting looks like, what are you doing
What the
here?
fuck are you guys?
I remember
doing?
we went to like the only bar that was like, like a bunch of dude bro Forest Park
I
white
think they were
dudes.
all watching. I think they were all watching a soccer game. I
And
think
we were
that's
just
what it
like-
I don't know what it was.
Nah.
Yeah, that one was like weird. That was Duffy's because I was like, oh, that's like an old man bar. That should be chill. And like we walk in, like they're playing like shitty rock music.
It was
Yeah.
like a whole
Dude
bunch
in
of soccer
polos.
hooligans.
Well,
I was
it was
like,
just
what
a bunch
is
of fucking
this?
Let's get pissed.
a bunch of guys named fucking Blake, and it's like, nah,
it
no
was
thanks.
really weird.
No
Shout out
thanks.
to Tom's brother, but
Yeah.
Dylan.
Dylan's
That's
and
another
And then
name.
and then you go by shortstop, and you're just like,
You just keep
nah,
walking.
that looks like a
We
fight.
did not even bother.
I mean, I wanted to go in there so I could smell the puke and pee and reminded myself why I don't go in there.
And then just all the memories come back.
I've had good times at a
Smells
lot
the
of those
strongest sense of
places.
memory.
It's just
This
like,
episode is
yeah,
brought to
yeah.
you by pee in the bathroom of shortstops.
and then or shitting if you're Tom. But yeah, and then we ended up at Angelo Leary's, which that's a pretty all right bar. Like it's not great.
I
It's
used to
not
do
bad.
karaoke there.
Yeah, the karaoke. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of karaoke. So if I'm not ready for karaoke, it fucking sucks. If I know that I'm going in there for karaoke, I'm all set. But like,
it just
I
felt
don't know.
like
It was
felt like the neighborhood kind of, and maybe this was just an off night, or I don't know, like
it was
maybe-
also a Thursday too. So
It
like,
just
I don't
felt
know.
like the soul was kind of sucked out of that, like
Well, the midnight is, they're kicking you out. So, like,
yeah, it's the close.
all like the super wasted idiots are probably going to, places that are open later.
right, the more fun people.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's you go away, and then obviously things change all the time. But if you're not around to see them change, then it's kind of
More
like
of
a
a-
shock,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're like I was driving, up to see Mike. I was going through like the west side, kind of near United Center, like Ogden and Ashland. Man, all these high rises are going up. I'm like, what the hell? Like the whole landscape is,
West End. Yeah,
like
crazy.
I'm like, wow, like, damn. Another one?
I'm going to go find the restroom.
Yeah, just but then I guess like now I sound like one of those old guys. I used to get
Back in
beers
my
here
day.
for $1 a bottle. Rah, like, I don't want to be one of those guys.
It happens to everybody.
I fear change.
Why those
Rah.
guys exist. Yeah, no, Madison Street in general is kind of a weird spot right now, just because we're going through some weird. I don't know if I want to call it transition, but
Well,
there's just
local
something
politics, man. There's
Yeah.
always. I mean, and in the age of COVID, everything is just like shaken up, and nobody knows what the next move is, and it doesn't. Nothing makes sense, right? Like we went to Connie's over like on Archer today, and like there's nobody in the place. Like most of the tables are empty, but it's still a 15-minute wait because there's no staff, right? Like,
Right.
which I'm not going to get into that. I understand because the restaurant industry is notorious for dicking employees, right? I get it. You want a better, but it's like, man, like, but then property is like unaffordable now. Like,
Yeah, it's like skyrocketed. Again.
it's just, it doesn't, I feel like the gulf, right? Before this thing, the pandemic, basically, the people who had stuff have even more. The people who didn't have stuff have even less.
Even less than before.
Because, I'm trying to be an adult and maybe like become like a property owner. And it's like, well, holy crap, like everything's going above market value now. And it's like, I thought naively, maybe with all this shakeup, I could get in. Right? Like you get in, maybe affordable, right? Nope.
Nope, too late.
And rent
You
is
missed
going, dude, people like in North Carolina, people from Texas are buying up houses to just milk them for rent money.
Yep.
Like they're not even like part of the community, right? Like it's gross. To me, it's just gross. Like, people are getting priced out of their houses. Like there's a person I work with who's rents a house and the owner just sold it to some investors from Texas and they want to raise her rent by $500 a month.
Holy shit.
And it's just like, again, I told her, like, see what your legal protections are, right? There's got to be some kind of renter's rights, but it's just
Right.
like, then everybody's doing it. So it's like, well, then where do you go? If you get if you have to leave your house and now the rent everywhere has gone up arbitrarily because they can, like,
Right.
it's just, it's ridiculous, man. I don't know how this whole system still fucking it's still
barely
going.
working
It's just like
and
it's like
somehow going. Yeah.
it's like a fucking rust bucket truck that like like the rust is
like
actually
my
keeping
van.
it together. I haven't seen the van in a couple of years.
That's a rusty boy right there. Let me tell you.
Hey, my temporary fix is now a permanent fix.
Which one was that?
Holding up the
Oh, the muffler.
the muffler, yeah.
That worked great though.
I just like
Steel
how
cable strong.
Al is working with you and your dad now,
Yeah,
and
it's been great.
all of the stories he's telling me
Does it remind you of when you
are
worked with us?
exactly the same
Nothing's
stories
changed.
from 15 years ago. I was
Nothing's
like, nothing. That sounds like exactly like Bill Fay Sr. 15 years
So he
ago.
put what did he put in that bottle when we were outside of? What was the
Lacquer thinner,
It was
right?
Leo's lacquer thinner, and he goes to test it, and I'm standing right near him. He's spraying it like right near my face, and I'm
Hey,
like,
that's like breathing in mustard gas.
so I'm afraid.
Always
I'm afraid to get like I want. It's really hot in the shop when it's hot and humid,
Yeah.
because you can't have AC.
Hot's an understatement.
But I want to get
Yeah.
a spray bottle so I can spritz myself. I'm afraid he's gonna
Which
put,
is a great idea.
he's gonna put like naphtha or something, and I'm just gonna be
Put some
like
chemical in
you
there
know,
instead.
No, it's gonna be like
It didn't work.
like those acid attacks in like London.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, and then I'm gonna, and his face is gonna melt. It's gonna look.
Why
like,
aren't there any carts?
Oh,
Because I was like, oh my god, dude, that's what he would do. He just never.
Nothing's changed with that guy.
What's the
getting worse with
the
the
first
table
Indiana
saw.
Jones movie where the guy's face melts? That's gonna be me.
Ark of the
Yeah.
Covenant.
Yeah,
Fear me, boy.
He did almost lose a finger on the table saw.
I heard about that.
That was crazy.
I was always terrified of that table saw.
Well, I loved your visual of pulling the piece of wood and then my dad would fall.
I had the worst premonitions. I was like, I don't want to go near this thing, man. Because
Ah,
I
it's a
just,
table
it's
saw.
just one of those. Oh, it's just a table saw. Yeah.
No, I mean, I tell people the same thing every time. I was like, just remember, I was like, the saw blade doesn't move. Your hands move, So as long as you keep your hands away, you're gonna be fine. Unless you're my father, which he cut himself, I think 2 years ago on like his pointing finger, but it wasn't bad. That he didn't go to the hospital. He just took a chunk out and then wrapped it up, and it was fine. It's a
Didn't
little
need that
funky,
chunk.
a little funky looking, but it's not that
Cratered,
bad.
a little cratered.
Little tiny crater there. But this time was way worse. Way worse. And it was crazy because Al's been working with us, and like he did this at 2-3 in the morning or whatever, like one of his late nights that he would be going there. And so he texted all of us like, I'm in the hospital.
Yeah, I got a call at like 6:30 in the morning. It's like, hey, I'm in the ER. Can you come help today? Because like I wasn't supposed to help you that day, and I was like, yeah, sure, man. Like,
Can you work? Are you still coming into work? I almost died, but I need you to strip this shit. I need it washed and cleaned.
all right. So I have an idea.
You're fucking it up.
This is
Stop
a new
fucking
idea.
it up.
Hear me out. So Bill Cosby's out of prison, right?
Yep.
Can we get his services just to help put your dad to sleep?
Yeah. I
Like,
don't see why not.
You know,
He
because
needs
like
money.
so it'd be like, hey, Bill Cosby, I mean, don't touch him. It's probably not.
Please don't fuck my dad.
But you know,
just knock him out.
But you know how to put him out, like.
You get more of those drugs.
Yeah, like I feel like he's in the know, and like it's like double jeopardy. You can't get him again.
That's true.
Well,
But
I
no,
mean, like
he-
one of those nights that your dad had his like late night solo was your birthday, and we saw him, and
Yeah,
he
he
stopped at the
showed
light
up.
by Healy's, and we waved him in, and that was probably pretty good for you because you were walking like 3 steps
Oh, I don't
sideways,
even-
1 step forward.
I didn't even know he drove me home.
Oh,
until
dude!
The next day.
I think didn't you yak in your backyard or
No,
Oh,
I'll tell you what happened.
Please do.
So I parked in front of your house.
Okay.
So I walked back, to my car, and as I got back, you and your dad pull up, and you got out of the car and just like threw up like all over the street.
Very
And I was
nice.
like, all right, that's a good night. Bill got home safe. Like,
Sounds about right.
Sorry.
It's all right. I have
No,
fun.
I mean,
think.
there were like birthdays I'd show up late, and I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with all you people?" Bill's still forming coherent sentences. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
we're having
It's
fun
like
with
11
me.
o'clock, man.
having
Like,
fun with me.
yeah, no, you
know.
no, you don't need.
we haven't
fun.
given Bill cirrhosis yet.
Yeah.
Like,
You better piss and shit blood. but going back to my dad, he was working late, and he had a piece of. He was like cutting stir sticks, basically, is what he was making.
Really?
out of the fucking pieces of that bed frame that I thought we threw out and was just like in that box.
But he know.
Which in like the week before, I was like, I should just throw this goddamn box out. Like, it's not doing anything. It's just in my way. And but yeah, no, he texted all of us and called us. I was just like, I'm in the hospital. Like, I was like, okay. And like all I knew was he cut himself in the saw. That was like the description I got. So I didn't know if he lost a finger, lost a hand. I have no idea. So I just go into the shop expecting to see some like fucking homicide.
Yeah, like a
scene.
horror scene.
And it actually wasn't bad. There was just blood on the desk.
He turned off all the lights before he went to the. That's how Polish he is. He's like,
He's
I
like,
can't
"Can't
spend
let the
37
electricity bill
cents
go
on
up because of-"
electricity. I'm losing blood, but
And my buddy asked, he's like, did he like take an ambulance? I was like, fuck no, he drove. So what do you think? But he, he was a piece of wood like kicked back from the saw blade, which wood tends to do. When
and he went to stop
he
it,
basically
and he just
swatted it down.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because naturally that piece is flying up, slap it back down, and he must have had the blade up really fucking high and just right into it and chipped the tip of his finger, broke the bone a little bit. And I finally just saw it. We both saw it recently. He like took the bandages off. He's like, yeah, the bandages was bothering me. I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, it looks like you ever go to like a barbecue and somebody overcooks a sausage and it splits on the end?
yeah,
It's like that.
yeah.
It's fucking gnarly. Yeah, it's bad. And he still has like 2 or 3 stitches in the front here that's keeping his nail.
I remember he was like spraying down some like entertainment center that was really tall once, and I don't think you were there. It was just me and him. And like, he's like, oh, I got to get up high. So he just grabs whatever to step on. He grabs the
like
old
rickety crates.
No, it's the old 5-gallon bucket with the stripper.
Yes, I remember this.
And
I wasn't there, but I remember this.
And he's standing on it, and then like all of a sudden I hear this sound, and he's like submerged knee deep in caustic chemical stripper. Shit! Shit! He kicks it. He's like thrashing around it, like he's got the spray can. I was like. I was like, oh my, what do I do? I don't even want to go near him. Like,
This episode is brought to you by Unions and OSHA.
oh my god, dude, what's OSHA?
OSHA is
OSHA. That's not the Fey Furniture way, okay?
Man.
Holy crap!
I forgot about that.
Dude, I don't know if that was the time he grabbed
his shit.
He like grabbed like the swivel chair and fucking threw it across the room. I was like, holy shit, man! Like,
Dude.
Calm down. Like,
there's no calm down. He goes straight to 11 whenever something like that.
You whore! You whore! Like,
I was like, is mom here?
I never knew somebody could be that intense when all they listen to is smooth jazz all day.
Right?
I'm like, you think that
from?
would like calm the beast within, but
Dude, my dad's got rage.
it's just like
Get that rage.
When we were moving,
I feel bad because I just realized my dad was like, Al's gonna be on your podcast. I was like, yeah. He's like, you gotta let me listen to that episode.
we'll have to edit this
sorry,
out.
Dad.
This will be the bonus.
He's like, God damn you.
No, but like all these
Like a
stories,
small version of it.
but they're endearing stories. Like
Still alive. He's still going.
No, it's like it's for the people who know him, right?
he's
these
like
are
Rain Man of refinishing. He's like, this is exactly what you use on this, and then and I'm like, how the fuck do you know this and know how to do this? And then a second later, he's saying the most dumb shit in the whole entire world, and I'm like, is this like Yoda like imparting wisdom onto me, or is it just some stupid shit?
no.
my dad
Look.
Yeah.
You watch him work, and you're watching a master do his thing. It's like holy.
Insane how amazing he
No,
is at the job.
it's
Like,
crazy.
It's incredible.
I've seen him
He's
do
an
things.
artist. Yeah.
I've seen him do things with powders and stuff like in real time, like a
He was in the movie Powder.
Yeah.
like a touch-up job on something that like literally like he's just going with it and it's done. And I'm like, looks like it never was. It looks brand new, right? And then, that time we get in the box truck to deliver the furniture and he's on his phone trying to eat his Jimmy John's and drink his coffee at the same time as we're about to get on fucking 290 and he's like spills like all the sale. He's like, I got ham hanging off of him. Like,
there was like a piece of turkey.
I'm just like, we're gonna die. Like we're in this box truck loaded to the brim with like an offices full of furniture. Bill's sitting on a milk crate between us in this truck, right?
You'd be happy to know that I do all the driving. Al's usually on the milk crate.
I'm on the milk crate.
And my dad just
He was just he's like, oh, what the fuck?
The man
Fuck.
likes to
Like one thing at a just
No. My dad's the kind of guy that wants to multitask but can't multitask.
So remember that one time where we adjusted that table, but we forgot to adjust like the screws underneath because we had like cut off like a millimeters to make it fit. Then we had to go to the hardware store, and your dad was livid because we didn't have like the right components. So I'm sitting in the back of the van, and there's like plastic, so you can like plastic sheets so you can slide things in and out. And he's angry like real, so he guns it, and I go wee.
Oh, that's another great.
I literally
Al sits in the back.
I'm just
Because my dad drives. Like especially when he's mad. Even he doesn't have to be mad. My dad drives like shit. He just guns it all the time. It hits the brake real hard, and Al's just boom.
Well, I was sitting on blankets, because it's comfortable. So I just.
I just remember looking back. I can just see like a big smirk on Al's face as he's like sliding away from us.
Well, it's penance for. I used to have a van, and like I was in a band in high school, so I had like wood, like plywood, so you could easily slide things in and out. And I was driving a buddy, and he was just sitting on the ground, and I had to like stop for a red light, and he just went. And like slammed his face into the wood and like just bleeding all over.
So Al also, like when we were acting up and he was pissed, he would fucking drive like crazy and have us all just like bounce around like fuck you guys,
fuck yeah,
like just flying around.
Well,
like
you have our buddy Will he's like I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right, we'll stop. No, I'm not gonna stop. So he took two jewel bags and peed in the jewel bags and then tried throwing it out the window, and it like just went all over my car because the wind hits it, and so like the side of my car is just covered in piss. So.
I mean, we used to go trash can bowling with Al's van. It was fun.
You know what trash can bowling is, right?
That was,
out the side of the
super safe.
Never done that.
The statute of limitations is clearly passed, so I can talk about this now.
Oh yeah.
Man, I gotta pee again. What
It's
the fuck?
all. It's just stories. They're not real.
Yeah, everything said on this podcast is a figment of my imagination. I'm,
hear that,
I'm
OSHA?
delusional.
Fuck. I sound like an investigator over like.
They're like, what the fuck?
Can you
Start playing Taylor Swift, so you can't put this, up anymore. It's just
Can
gonna
you
get
imagine
canceled.
if they sent like an OSHA fucking like inspector over?
That's
your,
why I'm glad we're in
like,
Maywood. They don't give a shit.
Like
about
how
anything.
many things he'd run out? He'd have to get like extra sheets, dude. He'd his red pen would run out of ink.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No, they really have they have their storage of flammables like down. Like
No, I know. I remember.
Bort's shop does not.
No, he does not. There's just fucking cans of paint.
Bort needs to get his shit
I
together.
don't know how he never gets in trouble though.
It's because he's
But it's also Maywood.
It's
like,
because they probably come in when he's blasting his like Polish techno, so they just like start dancing
or
with him.
Metallica.
Yeah, it's
I'll be right back up here again.
awesome
It's
selection of
either
music.
or.
I'm really happy every time I walk by.
It's always something. Yeah.
It's the music of your people.
The dude cracks me up.
I really like him. He seems like a good dude.
But yeah, Bart's the shit, man. That guy's been there as long as we have. And yeah, he's got us out of a lot of jams for sure.
Someone was saying when I was at Ben's birthday party, they needed it's like, oh, you do, you build cabinets. I'm like, no, but I know a guy. Like I was like, I can give you his number.
Yeah, pass it along.
I'm all about getting, work to people, I know, like keep it in the family.
Right. How you feeling?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
It's okay if I don't move.
How long after the accident did you like start feeling like, oh yeah, I heard
Probably about like, right as the accident happened, I felt just a little sore.
it? Yeah.
But
I mean, the adrenaline probably.
Yeah,
hit
but about
and you're-
2 hours later, I started to like really hurt, and my wound wasn't close. I was holding it for those 2 hours of pressure,
Right,
And the
yeah,
second I
yeah.
let go, it's just like blood,
Blood out.
blood. So I was
Fuck,
like,
that sucks.
I gotta go.
You should have
And
just came to the shop, man. Super glue.
I was debating doing that because I've done that before.
It does work. It does really work. Yeah.
I was 100 miles away from any hospital in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota's got that little thing that goes out into like Lake Superior, I think. It's got that little dick.
Yeah.
So I was at the tip of that, and I was chopping wood, and the wood, like the log I was using as like a support to chop on, I guess was rotted. So I like slipped with a hatchet, and I just cut a big chunk off, and so I just
God.
cleaned it out as well as I could, filled it with super glue, wrapped it with bandages, wrapped it with duct tape, and hoped for the best. And
Yeah, it worked out.
I got a huge scar, but it's fine.
There you go.
Is this shit still going?
Yeah. Now you just remind me of the first time my dad ever got stitches that I remember was he cut his knee open really bad on a razor blade in the back of the van.
Oh, I told my mom that story the other day.
He knelt down.
I watched the the shop hardcore for those. Like, I make sure.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch out, man. No
I'm-
kids allowed. But no, he was talking to somebody, knelt in the van, and then pivoted on his knee, and he was like,
Ooh.
"Oh, what's that like warm, wet stuff going down my leg?" And he's like, "Oh fuck, I just cut myself."
It depends.
Like it was, yeah. And so I was at home. He did this at home. I was like in my room or whatever, and I kind of remember like a commotion going on. I was like, oh fuck, and I go downstairs and I see my mom and dad are in the bathroom, and my dad's just like bleeding out everywhere. And like I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, your dad knelt on a razor blade and he needs to get stitches. And he's like, no. He's like, I'll glue it shut. It'll be fine. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if you could do that
it's
anymore.
in a
And
bad
he's like,
spot. Like it moves a lot.
He's like, well, I used to do it in construction. I was like, you were a lot younger. I was like, you probably should just go to the doctor. No. I think I'm fine. So what does he do? He calls my buddy's dad from across the street, who's like missing toes and can barely walk and never leaves his fucking chair. And he's like, can you come over and take a look at this? So it takes this guy like 30 minutes to cross the fucking street, literally across the street from us, right? It takes him forever. Hobbles up the stairs. It looks like he's in pain going up these stairs. Gets into our house, looks at my dad for a second, goes, you need to go to the hospital and get stitches. And I goes, oh, all right.
What was that guy's job? Like, what was he? Like,
Oh, yeah.
some
He was
sort of-
also a lung specialist. He wasn't
Yeah.
even a doctor. He was a lung specialist. I mean, I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, you fucking asshole.
She probably just didn't want to deal with it. Go out. Yeah, go, just go.
He just needed a professional opinion.
Remember the time your dad had a catfish and he fed it a Snickers bar?
That was Jaws 2.
Jaws 2.
He was like, they're junk fish.
It's a garbage fish. It'll eat
They
anything.
eat garbage. I was like, they don't literally eat garbage, you moron. Like, god damn it.
I feel like
That was a big catfish,
we
too.
we
man.
need to have your dad open up like a shrimping company, like Bubba Gump. You know, like Bubba Gump. You know, like
Bubba Bill's
yeah, like
catfish.
Bubba Bill's catfish. Like I feel like
I hear retirement
They're
plan
all
for
red
him.
worm fed. You know,
Right. Feed him at least one Snickers a week. That's
Well,
how we
you know,
do it here.
it's not the shop unless it smells like cow manure,
Yeah.
because
He's growing stuff now.
well it's not
Guy's garden.
well he put he's growing some garden and he has those the worms he uses for fishing, but he just like dumped like fertilizer in it, so like it's like hot, it's hot, you know, so it just smells like someone
You sure you don't want to
shit.
move back and just work in the shop again, Rick? Doesn't that sound wonderful?
I mean, it sounds like someone shit on the floor of Walmart in front of the
90 degrees,
TVs.
It's 100% humidity. It smells like shit. It's awesome.
Wait, 98 Degrees is coming to
They're
your...
there.
There's
They're
a
at the
boy
shop.
band at the shop? That's where
Yeah.
they practice now? Fuck
It's a
yeah.
low
I'm
life of
surprised that building hasn't fucking
it. I don't know how it's
pancaked.
collapsed. I don't know
like,
how it's collapsed. Yeah.
like they got all those cars on the fourth floor. I'm like,
Still making it work. We're not allowed to bring the
Oh.
van up that elevator anymore, though.
Oh, okay, so that elevator, it reminds me of Yoko Ono. Because every time it goes up and down, it just goes... It needs to be greased, so it goes...
It is this ear-piercing
And
shrieking.
it sounds like Yoko Ono's like solo projects.
we shot a music video in that elevator that nobody ever saw.
You saw a clip of
I
it.
saw a clip of it. I don't know
That's
whatever
it.
happened to that.
Who made that?
Tyler.
I mean, do you also know he was involved in the Sonic movie?
Dude.
What?
Yeah.
No, well, dude, Tyler was like the camera assistant on that movie Moneyball. Like,
Really?
Yeah,
Didn't
he-
he do much shit for like Comedy Central too?
Yes.
he's a
and, like,
producer for Viacom now.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Dude, like,
That's awesome. Hell yeah!
Like
good for him.
he's been telling me he's been like at lunch, he'll be like in line to get a sandwich behind like John Hamm or whoever the fuck. Like it's just like for him, right? It's just like the music industry. Like with
Yeah,
you, like
yeah.
when you're working for
So
these
social,
bands,
yeah.
right? You just do these fests, and then you're working, right? And so you just meet all these people that you remember seeing in magazines. Same thing with him. He's like, well, he's working, so he's not even phased. It's like it's
Right.
crazy, dude. It's just like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
shit, that's
like
awesome.
he said he met what's his face from the Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
He met him at like a house party once, like in Santa Monica or something.
Fuck.
And he's like, "You're Jeff Bridges." Yeah.
Well, that's like your opinion,
What's up,
man.
Like, and it was like, oh, cool, yeah, all right, sweet.
What the fuck, man? He has come a long way. Hell yeah.
So last time I saw him was like 2 winters ago, like Christmas or something around then.
Yeah, by my
And,
parents' house.
and what he said is like, I can't tell you anything about the movie because it didn't come out yet. But he's like, just don't watch it.
fair enough.
He's like, I can't tell you anything because non-disclosure agreements. But I
Yeah.
can tell you.
He actually has. There was a movie, and I know COVID fucked everything up.
Yeah.
But he actually has like a legitimate like producer credit. It was like a musical that MGM they had like some studio issues or whatever. But
He edited the buttholes out of cats.
If that was him, he needs to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
no, it's I
Fly in for this podcast.
I forgot.
Yeah, I'll pay for that plane ticket.
I forgot what it was.
He might have to cut.
You know,
This
I
is brought
can't.
to you by the cat's
Wait,
butthole edit.
Does he know somebody that has the butthole cut?
You know what we're
Oh,
talking
dude,
about, right?
yeah, probably. I mean, he would be the guy who would be able to
somebody.
procure some, you know, like out of the fucking storage closet, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. All right.
no, but he was telling me like, I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was like this big production musical with a lot of like younger Hollywood starlets, you know, like I forgot which chick it was, but like she went out on her birthday the night before, got really drunk and like, you know, obviously hungover, dehydrated, couldn't shoot the next day. Well, he told me all these things that come with being a producer. He says it's lots of paperwork. They lost $500,000 because she couldn't film that day. So now he's got to file all the claims with the insurance stuff, you know, and like he's got to go to the hospital, talk to her agent, talk to her, like, you know, some Hollywood personality who's like, I don't feel good. I can't do my job because, you know, like, and then he's got a mound of, you know,
Just do lots of cocaine like Lindsay Lohan and like peter out into like obscurity and craziness at like 23. I mean,
Worked out great for her.
she's like dating like a Saudi prince or something right now.
Oh, there you go.
good for her.
You know,
Good for her.
I mean,
You know who's been in movies and I guess directed a movie? Derek, who used to work with us at the shop. Yeah.
Really?
My parents saw him in a movie. If you look up IMDb and look him up, he's got credits. It's fucking crazy.
I remember we picked him up from a bar before work one day.
That was where he lived. He lived above.
No, we
Pioneer.
picked him up from a bar near Goldie Burger one morning to go to work. Like he had been drinking, like he
That was
didn't
a
go to
rough
sleep.
one.
That was one of those
It was
days
his
where
lady's birthday.
I don't know. It was one of those days where like he was in the shop and he was working on something and then he just fucking fell
Passed
asleep. He
out.
was just sitting there like, yeah. Oh, dude. See, that's the thing. Your dad's gonna listen to this. I got stories, man. Remember when we worked at that fucking Hell House on like it was like
Gotta be more specific.
Belmont and like Kimball or
my
some shit.
Fucking
Like
God, yeah.
you know,
yeah.
with Tempo Grande, you know, like the guy who's
What was
tripping
his
on
name?
fuck. It's gonna
With a
come
J.
it's gonna come to me. But like, you know, he was, and I'm not saying this in a bigot, he was a flamboyantly gay adult man living with his senior mom in this house.
all right.
But he was like tripping on fucking hallucinogens on the front lawn half the time we were working. And, dude, it was real weird. It was like Silence of the Lambs kind of weird, right? But
And
then,
he was always complaining about his cats.
Dude,
His
yeah,
cat's
don't let
out.
the cats
Oh, my
out.
cat's out.
oh, what was
They're
his
trying to talk to me.
What was his name? As soon as we say this name, it's all going to come
I
back and
know.
just fucking
It's
nightmare.
like on the tip of my tongue.
Oh my god! But dude, this job lasted like most of the. It was like it was Vietnam, dude. It
One of
kept.
the worst jobs we've
It was a
ever had.
quagmire. Okay, like
20 layers of paint on these.
I almost
windowsills.
melted my thumbnail off with this new shit Bill's dad got.
Some
that, like,
later men born to raise the flag. Ooh, that red, white, and blue.
God, what was his name? God, I can't remember.
It ain't me.
And then at one point, at like week number 6, he's like, "You guys want to get high?" I was like,
yes.
"Fuck it, do
Abso-fucking-lutely.
it, do it." It was hot. It was just terrible. It never ended. Every day, it's like, did we get anything done today? I worked all day. It's like, did I make a difference? Like,
Dude, it was the worst.
So we were doing a helping out someone. They're trying to sell their house. So like, but they're kind of like I don't want to say hoarder, but you know, all your shit you accumulate over many years. You know.
Yeah.
So we were going, and the way we were dumping things is the person who we were working for. He had like bars he would go to, and he would like go to and be, hey, can I drop shit? And so we'd go to different bars and drop stuff off. But like as we're driving, he just pulls out his one hitter and starts smoking it. And he's like, "Hey man, are you alright with this?" And I'm like, "Yeah man, I'm totally fine. I ate some edibles before I came to work. I'm not worried about this." So it was.
What a job that was.
Yeah,
That was like a weird one.
We found well, we took back to the. You said we could keep things we could find and take it. If we wanted it.
Nah, there wasn't a lot of great things. Like it was mostly
But
just
we
clothes
found
and,
a
like,
1988 like Rob Halford gay leather magazine type
it was
thing.
awesome.
It was so
you can,
awesome.
Like, order like stuff from.
Yeah, you can order assless
oh, did you
chaps.
show? is
Yeah,
that what
I
you
was
showed
showing
my
that
mom?
to you. And
So funny story. I actually worked an International Men of Leather event at Cobra Lounge one year.
Really?
But it was like
Did they make you wear assless chaps to be security?
Well, so I think this was like an offshoot,
Make
and
you
they were
shave
all
your beard, but leave
all
the
black men.
mustache. Okay.
But like, and it was interesting. It was like this like HIV awareness thing too. So they had like a medical truck out front. So like you get in for free for this. It was the whole place was rented. It was a private thing. We shut the whole bar down for this. But like if you go and get like an HIV test on site, no admission, right? It was just it was kind of like a
cool.
community outreach thing. But all these guys would come in normally, looking just normal, and they'd go to the bathroom, and they'd come out, and it was like,
Night and day.
dude, it was like fucking the black version of He-Man, just oiled up, ready to go, man, just bumping and grinding, dude.
If I'm not gay, I am now for how hot these dudes are.
And so that's the thing. Like what I liked about Cobra is it's a very inclusive mindset. Like
absolutely,
and everyone's like tough. Tattooed, grizzled, but nobody's a fucking asshole. So it was like, yeah, do it at our bar, right? Like, but it was just one of those.
Cool.
It's like
We
one of
like
those
money,
Well, it's like one of those things where like I don't know what event. I just show up to work. Oh, cool. That's what I'm doing. Like
all right.
Well, it was like the night I walked in. It's Dillinger Escape Plan's playing. Cool. I get to work security for this. Like I'm gonna die. You were there.
Oh, hell yeah, I was there. It was like one of the
So,
sickest shows ever.
Dead to Fall is going to play Cobra with
Yeah, they're playing in the parking lot.
they're playing with
Killer.
Yeah, so I don't want to die.
Big Dave's playing bass in the. I saw him. We saw him at Reggie's last night. He's playing Klingenberg.
Yeah.
I saw Shane. Merrill.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
He gave me a couple free burgers at like what was it? It was like a burger fest in one of the streets, like Belmont. I forgot what it was years ago. I'm like, hey man, you remember me? I got my ass kicked at doing security for your band. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, take these, just have them. Like, I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry
I was like,
you got concussed.
That was a bad night. I had to go to a wedding the next day.
Yeah, you're fine.
Whose wedding?
Natalie.
Oh, you
Natalie.
went out.
Yeah.
You went to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I got dumped and my band broke up like a week later.
I mean, do you want to write a country song with me?
I thought about it.
I mean, can someone
I think
learn how to play
between the
steel
three of us,
guitar?
we could definitely write a good country
One of us
song.
has to learn steel guitar though. Like lap
no,
steel,
it's
Can I program it with MIDI? Was that a thing yet?
That's cool.
I mean, you have to wear a 10-gallon cowboy hat and
20.
And only play in like in sad songs, very very sad cowboy songs. So there's a song from the 60s that I really like, and it's a duet between who sings it? It's but the refrain of the song goes
I feel like this is us documenting all of us getting old. What was the name of that guy? I can't remember. What was the name of that? I don't know. Who's that movie?
Side note, I forgot.
This is brought to you by Alzheimer's medication.
We were talking about this on Thursday, but the phrase of the Beats headphones.
Oh yeah.
Beats by Ike Turner.
Oh yeah. Why are there not?
I thought it was Beats by Chris Brown.
Well,
there's
well,
like
that's what
Brown
I'm saying.
edition.
Why do we have Beats by Dre when he seems like a responsible
Missed
parent?
opportunity by that
Beats
company.
by Chris Brown would have sold. You can have like
Limited
You
edition.
can have like the logo is like a Lamborghini and him like throwing a fist. With Rihanna like falling out the side. And now I'm not advocating violence against women. But like this is just a missed opportunity,
Right, it really is.
It kind of sounds like you're advocating profiting off of violence against women.
Did Chris Brown get canceled though? Like,
No,
yeah. So
No,
like,
he didn't.
Paused.
he got paused,
Yeah.
dude. It's like
Didn't he just like come on an
It-
album that everybody's like
it's like
praising?
R. Kelly is like
That guy's
a
fucked.
proven fucking despicable predator, and he still has legions of female
I mean,
fans.
so
Right,
you,
yeah, but
honestly,
he's
you could have
so
just stepped
fucked
out
up.
the way. If I don't want to get peed on, I step out the way.
Two forms of ID:
True.
drip, drip, drip.
But then for the older crowd, yeah, you can do Beats by Ike Turner.
Yeah, Beats by Ike Turner. I had a username once. It was Ike Turner's left jab.
God.
Because it's just like, because Tina Turner's the talented one. Ike Turner's just this piece of shit.
He's a total piece of shit.
Uh,
That's a great screen. That's a great name. Yeah.
we're gonna get canceled now. You
The
happy?
episode that never aired.
You just get your finger on the watch the clock go by, and that's all the time we have for today.
We got a small reach.
We had 7.5 minutes of usable audio from this this experience.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, we just talked about that last night too. They were at 344 Magnolia Street. They was fucking each other's ass like a choo-choo train. Oh God, dude, these things are like embedded in my brain from
Internet abuse.
Bill's been getting mad at me because anytime I have a song pop into my head, I sing it a bunch, and they're always like,
absolute worst.
so I get it caught in his head.
So the next one you should do is Scat Man.
Oh, that's a great one.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-bop.
Yeah. Just do it. Yeah, it'll get stuck.
Gonna get flagged now.
Yeah, you can only do a couple
One time, you can't
seconds,
do it.
like before it's too
We've
much.
been flagged for. Oh, we got flagged. My band Something Is Waiting for our merch. I don't know if you saw that. But
What?
We so you know how like we're like half a band / half a fucking merch company now, and so we did like our summer tank tops, and one of them is a Wisconsin Dells like thing parody, but it's Wisconsin Hells with the the duck on it, and then there's like a picture of Garth from like Stay Tuned where he's like a zombie, and fucking Wisconsin was like, you can't be doing that shit, stop selling it. We're like, damn it, they fucking got us.
What are they gonna do? Like send a bunch of fat people with cheese curds to
Just
get
throw
you?
cheese at us?
Yeah.
I don't know. I texted her. I was like, the cheese knows everything.
Like they're gonna come with those Packer cheese hats. That's their armor.
That's like their
they're wearing like a
police or
Packers
whatever.
outform. Like that's their riot gear.
You should just fuck you. What
Fuck
are you
you,
gonna do about it?
Wisconsin.
This is brought to you by ignorance towards Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They got like
Fuck you, the cheese you
fishing
wrote
holes
in
and
on.
bunch of cheese eating. Crabby beer drinking.
Yeah, hey there.
I mean, it's not
That's
the.
further north than
I
Wisconsin.
mean, it's not
Whatever.
it's not the Youper.
What-
Fuck
whatever.
Michigan
Over
as
up
well.
there, yeah.
This is
Whatever.
brought to you by the Michigan
They
Board of Tourism.
they call us fibs in Wisconsin. Fucking Illinois bastards.
or fits,
fair.
fucking Illinois tourists.
Whatever, dude. Wisconsin is like 5 years, like living in a time warp that's 5 to 10 years behind everybody else.
Well, isn't it on South Park? Like you go to Des Moines, Iowa. and
Right,
It's,
it's
like,
exactly
it's like
that.
it's set back like 2 years. Everyone, they're still like Nirvana has just become a thing. Like they haven't gotten to the puddle of mud cover yet.
There's still guys driving around with like fucking mullets and like denim jackets in their Trans Ams,
did you
listening
hear,
to fucking
did you
Enough's
hear
Enough.
that
like,
North Korea banned mullets? I mean, I guess that's
Well, aren't they limited to like
you
10
can, you
haircuts?
can only have like pre-approved party haircuts. Like, but I'm sorry, you can't party in the back because there's no food.
all business all the time?
all work, no breaks.
Yeah.
Oh,
This broadcast is brought to you by the United Nations Food Program.
UNICEF.
Yes, send money to send for a couple pennies a day. You too can sponsor a starving American. Hey, there's only so much money they're giving out in the Biden bucks, and I blew all mine on cocaine and hookers.
Thanks, Biden.
Yeah, thanks, Biden.
Bucks.
He said he was going to give me, $2,000, and he only gave me $1,400. So I had to go for, the cheap hooker, not the platinum hooker.
One eye and
Yeah,
missing a couple.
she had a C section. She had really thick legs, and she might have been a dude, but I don't know.
You got them keg legs.
I said no homo, so
Yeah, you're fine. You're in the clear.
It's blanket, right? Yeah, it's
I mean, I kind of want to go. I was supposed to go to a strip club for my birthday last year, but lockdown happened, and then this year I couldn't go at all. So like I got like 2 years of titties in my face I'm missing out on.
Yeah, capitalize on that.
I mean,
I want to talk to them about their kids too. Because they all they're all single moms. They all got a bunch of
true.
kids.
How's that college degree going?
How's Kyle in third grade? Like. Is he in the honors program?
is that your fetish? I feel like that just ruins it for me.
No, okay, so one time I was at a party and I was leaving, and they're like, "Hey, can you give my friend a ride home?" And it was a moderately attractive girl, but I was like, tired and a little buzzed, so I just want to go home. And she started talking to me. She's like, you'd be like a real good father figure. And I was just like, I think, looking back, she was hitting on me, wanted to, do me.
What a horrible way to hit on
But
somebody.
I was just like, are you going to entrap me and poke a hole in the condom? Like, I was just like,
no go.
sorry, I'm out of here.
Pass.
At first, I thought you were talking about that night I crashed your car before I had a driver's license.
Yeah, my insurance premiums are still fucked because of that. You
Yeah,
dick.
my bad.
What the fuck is that?
Well, I was like blackout drunk, so I had him driving around.
I had a permit.
And he backed into someone's car because we were to park there was no street lights and there was a black car, so they hit their quarter panel.
Okay.
And then
we caved that car in real good.
And that dude never
vehicle
filed it
were
on
you
his
driving?
my minivan, which is a steel frame. So like there's a little tiny dent in it.
Little dent.
And like,
The other guy's
and his quarter
is
panel was just done.
Yeah,
So
it's all
I told the
plastic.
police I was driving and I'm like fucking blackout wasted and I'm like underage, so like, I'm like facing the other way while I'm filling out police reports. Hey, shout out to Lions Police. You guys helped me on
Statute of limitations.
you guys helped me so much on Friday. Thank you so much for filling out paperwork. After I got T-boned. Without you, who else would fill out paperwork?
Oh man, I don't think my parents know that I crashed your car. Do they know that?
No, we never told them.
Tell them to watch this episode.
Yeah.
Or we talk about all the things that pass statute of limitations, and we give great stories about
No homo, it doesn't
about
count.
Your Dustin Hoffman father, where he can do like the math in his head. He can tell you exactly how to make this, refinish.
Every color in the book.
But
Don't ask him anything else.
Yeah.
Don't ask him to do a food order. He's gonna fuck that up.
Hey, the day doesn't start until we wonder where the booklet is.
Yeah, where his one of 7 black folders is.
Literally,
There's no rhyme or reason to any of them.
He just said that, and then 20 minutes later, his dad's like,
Where's the folder?
Where's the folder?
Where's my folder?
And he just starts laughing.
Because
It's
I
see?
usually always ask him, I was like, which one, the black one? Because there's 6 or 7 of them
Or
now.
he'll give me an order, and I'll go, you're not the boss of me. And he'll go, yeah, you're not my dad.
That's a good one.
You can't tell me what to do.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me.
So as you can see, not much has changed, which is good. My dad's still going.
You guys ever seen the Power Rangers movie?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Ivan Ooze.
It's on HBO right
So
now.
Ivan Ooze, there's a point in the movie where he finally gets released, and he goes, not much has changed in 6,000 years. I feel like when Ivan Ooze meets your dad, that's what he's
about
gonna say. Like,
What an obscure reference.
I
reference.
wanted to bring up Ivan Ooze. Okay, sue me for
I've been waiting all
Had
week
that in my
to just
back pocket.
to invoke this.
So the original show that Power Rangers is based on, it's like super super something, and because it's all in it's
This is the Alzheimer's hour. We're all forgetting everything we're talking about.
I don't
You
want
guys are both,
to.
like,
I don't want to
hungover.
pronounce it incorrect. It's like super
Super-duper happy friends.
Sapa Man or something.
Oh, yeah.
But because it's all in Japanese, but sometimes things come out in English. So every time they power up, they go Dino Buckler, and it's awesome. I feel like I want to write a song called Dino Buckler, and the best part of it is when they retooled that show for American audiences, they made the Yellow Ranger a female, but the Yellow Ranger in that show
It's a dude,
So
right?
you'll see a dick. Like you'll see, he'll be like doing stuff, and you'll see it's
That's
like
part of the Mighty Morphin Owl.
I don't want to be. Am I a bigot for saying that the Yellow Ranger as a female can't have a penis? It just is that too far back? Like,
Well, I mean,
I don't want to judge the Yellow Ranger for having a girl penis,
she's
but
a dude.
I mean, but that maybe she was so progressive. Power Rangers was ahead of its time, and they had a transsexual, on the
could've.
show, and we didn't even know
So you saw him in the tights.
because you see that
Fun
dog.
fact,
Like,
not really fun. That girl is dead.
fun fact, the red
Car accident.
Fun fact: the Red Ranger took
Not
took
gay porn.
He took people. No, the other one. He took people on a yacht,
Oh yeah.
and he tied.
This is fucked.
And so he was gonna buy their
Rocky.
He was gonna buy their yacht, right? So he takes them on the yacht and he ties them to the anchor and throws them in the water. And then he comes back to the dock, and people at the dock are like, "Where the fuck are the owners?" I'm like, "Oh, I dropped them off elsewhere." They're like, "Where elsewhere? Where the fuck did you just drop them off?" Like,
Home.
yeah,
Well, didn't one of the guys from 40-Year-Old Virgin, one of the Indian guys, murder his wife with a samurai sword?
No, he burnt the house down or something. I thought.
So I don't know,
Her in
something
it.
fucking brutal. I thought
There's
it was
something
I
pretty
thought he
bad.
like attacked her with like a fucking sword.
I thought it involved fire, but you might be right.
Man,
I don't know.
I can't wait till we do a podcast 15 years from now and
Or
everything
it's
we
even
say
worse.
is even more coherent.
You know
Like,
the
I don't
thing about that
know,
other
maybe,
thing? Do you
I don't
remember
know.
that?
Back in the
Yeah.
Were you
pod.
talking about the
Let me tell
time
you.
I crashed your car? No, no.
I
God damn it.
Remember oxygen when you could go outside and the world wasn't on fire? Remember water?
You remember?
Oh, so
Remember
so,
water?
All right, so I got an idea. I don't know if I've told this to you guys yet. This
Go
might
on.
be a new one to you guys. So
Is this something you're trying to sell? 'Cause
yes,
If so,
it is something I'm trying to
yeah,
sell.
we're recording.
So I can look right into the camera and tell you about my new exciting product. It's called Iced Tea's Kangaroo Water. Now,
We
back,
have a mouthful.
So,
It'd be
back-
hard to market, but go on.
backstory. You guys have seen Tank Girl.
Hell yeah.
Now you know in Tank Girl, the bad guy, he takes that little the deflated plastic
Got him
cup
Clockwork Orange.
and he slams it into the person and it goes
Yeah, he gets water out of it.
and it sucks the water out. I feel like I gotta get in on this first before Nestle does it because they're like an evil
They probably
corporation.
already have it.
So I figure I gotta get in it. But if I can get Iced Tea to help me market it, like it can get off the ground, like. So in 15 years or so, when like there's when we're having the water wars and like and you got gills on your because you're Kevin Costner.
And Kevin Costner's drinking his own piss.
So you find Kevin Costner and you slam him with this water bottle and you get a kangaroo flavored water and it's delicious and you live for another day. Like
That's fair.
I feel like if you guys would each invest. If you too, for the same low price, a $99.99
Go
can
to
get in.
patreon.com/
Can get in at the bottom floor of Iced Tea's Kangaroo brand water.
And he'll show you his Burt hole.
And you also get a free bottle of Flex Seal.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Show me your Burt hole.
Hey, as being Bert, I have a lot of holes. That's my name. Like, which specific Bert hole would you like to see?
Oh, there's options.
Yes, there is options.
Oh,
Very nice of you.
Only a couple wink though, and there's some you don't want to see wink.
oh God. Well, this is going off the rails. What were we talking? Who?
I don't know.
What year is it?
I feel like we need
But
to.
no,
like,
we can start wrapping
Is
up
Woodrow
Talking
Wilson
about
still
movies.
president?
Who's the president right now?
Oh God. You know that guy from that thing
celebrity.
who did the stuff?
Remember
You know the Illuminati assassinated Patton so he wouldn't be president.
Yeah, he crashed his car in
Yeah, okay,
where?
crashed his car. He was assassinated.
Yeah, somebody cut the brakes.
I watched the movie on Jackson Pollock. I didn't know that Ed Harris is Jackson Pollock, and it was kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like if he's not like a German with like a rifle in a movie, or like the bad guy in The Rock, like
Sure.
it's hard to take him serious as
The
like
Man in Black.
you know.
Westworld.
Yeah.
You need to watch the latest Nicolas Cage movie where he's working at a fucking
The overnight at the
yes.
fucking amusement park.
It's fucking.
It looks insane.
I don't think he actually has a single line of dialogue in the whole movie.
Really.
I think the
Is
only
this him
thing
yelling?
I think the only thing he says in one scene is "Kubla!" as he's like ripping the head off of a possessed animatronic.
I'm less inclined to watch if he doesn't use some sort of bad accent.
No, all he does is he does like action reaction shots, right? Like he looks real hard at the camera, and he's chugging energy drinks the whole time. That's like his character. His character is called Janitor, and so like people get murdered in this place, and then these things attack him, and he just beats them to death with his bare hand. It's brutal.
I mean, Nick Cage needed to buy more dinosaurs, so.
But his job is to clean the place. So
Right.
it's kind of weird because after there's a huge bloody mess,
Now,
that
that
he
movie
goes back
should
and
be
mops it up.
The
It's
movie
just-
should be canceled because they're called custodians. Janitor is a derogatory term.
Yeah, was it? Or fuck, how's he put it in half baked? We are old. Jesus, Rick.
Well,
You see, ever
That
seen the
wraps
back of
this
the
episode.
$20 bill? Hey, join my Patreon. It's www.icedteakangaroowater.tv. And you two for $100 can get in on the ground floor, and this stock will only go as like higher than AMC, higher than GME. It's like Dogecoin. You get it at the ground floor, and in like 30 years, you might have like $20.
Good sales. So is that your plug?
I mean, that's my plug. I mean, you can go to my Patreon, you go to my GoFundMe, you can go to my OnlyFans.
Maybe we should just invest that money in Alzheimer's research that we're probably going to need this medication
What
for
are we talking
soon.
about?
How about you, Rick? What do you got to plug?
I ain't got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. No inventions, nothing,
No Patreons, no OnlyFans.
No, I mean,
So if you want to see videos of me cock spinning, go to my OnlyFans. I mean, that's mostly what I do, but it's only see it on the uptick because it's like cut right here, right down low.
onlyfans.com/Berthole.
Yes, no, it's Bert Spins.
Bert Spins.
Bertspins.org.
Yeah, they're gonna make a ripoff Bort Spins. They're gonna just.
My son is also named Bort.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Brain no worky good.
Man, I got no. I'm sorry, I got no more Patreons to plug.
To hawk.
Let's see what else. I'm trying to think. You can also donate to my Kickstarter, where
What do you kickstart?
it's like temporary tattoos, but they're like they're all AKs, so you can look like a badass. They all go in your neck. So if you're looking for a job interview, but you still want to be on unemployment, so you can say you tried, but you went in. And obviously, no one's gonna hire you to work with kids if you got like a tank mount.
Times are tough. You'd be
like an
surprised.
M2. On
I don't
your
know,
neck.
man. It's 2021. COVID's letting up. They might put you in a management position, dude. You look like management. You look bold.
You look like you make decisions.
You make decisions. You make split-second decisions, right? You don't spend a lot of time analyzing. Yeah. You just go.
You shoot bird ass questions later.
You look like a real doer, a real go-getter.
Yeah.
Jinx.
So I'm looking for a CFO for my company. We got to take. If we don't get in on this at the ground floor, then Nestle's going to take over. And too
late. Nestle took over.
I feel like they're going to watch this video, and they're going to come. And Big Nestle's going to come to my house with bats and like in the episode of The Simpsons.
How do you know so much?
It's the episode of The Simpsons where Homer has like a global computer company, and Bill Gates comes and he's, I'm going to buy you out, and he just beats the crap out of all his computers. They're going to come to my house and beat my water bottles, my prototypes. Where it's just like
they're just fucking like empty fucking Wendy's cups.
That's all it is.
Hey, my experiments. My projects.
So you pen, you write like 5 or 6
$1
books.
million idea.
You write 5 or 6 books, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's an author." But you buy one shack in the woods, and you pen a manifesto, and people start looking at you weird. They're
calling you a domestic terrorist.
Yeah, they're like, he's gonna act up. Why is he buying all this fertilizer?
He's getting real uppity.
Yeah, why is he talking to Greta Thunberg?
Why does he have all these nails?
Collections of ammunition.
I'm just building a very quality house. It's taking time, and I'm using fertilizer for insulation.
Right, and shipping containers.
Plot twist: I'm talking about Ted Kaczynski. I'm not planning anything. Please don't come to my house, FBI.
The car's already there.
If
dude.
you do all have
They're
coffee,
waiting for you.
but I have Dunkin' Donuts coffee. If Dunkin' Donuts, if you want something else, you gotta request it.
They'll email you.
Yeah, I figure they'll drop like a leaflet on my house before they bomb me.
Fair enough.
It's please, if you're gonna come to my house, let me know. Come after 11, because I want to be up and ready. Don't come when I'm in my shorts. Let me have pants on, okay?
That's a simple request. All right. The only thing I have to plug is the Roman Ring is a show at the Empty
Yeah,
Bottle.
I'm going.
September 4th. Should be cool.
Yeah, this guy, he's not a real fan. He's not gonna go.
Yeah, I heard you bailed.
Why won't you just fly back for one local band show?
show?
What the fuck, dude? I thought you were a friend.
Thought you were cool.
I thought you were cool.
I'll make it to the next one.
All right, that's fair.
Sorry I didn't make the show.
Just put interested on Facebook.
Yeah,
and
do you
I'll
have
be
a
fine.
say?
Oh, you did your part.
I'll give
Yeah,
you
that's
do the
it.
maybe.
What more could somebody ask for?
Support the scene, bro. Support the
I bring pennies to throw on the floor.
Dude, nobody does that shit anymore.
Yeah, I know. That was like
We're
2002.
too old to pick up change.
Yeah, I can't
yeah,
bend
that's
over
a
right
habit.
now with my back
Wait till you see
injury.
that fucking Dead to Fall show. You're gonna see a lot of bad backs. The pit starts out real quick, real fast, ends real quick.
It's funny because you see him go real hard, and then okay, hold
We're
on.
saving it for Bastard Set of Dreams. It's gonna be fine. We'll save it for the end. No reason to get tired now.
Bastard Set of Dreams. That's a throwback.
It's a good one. It's a classic.
What about Major Rager?
Oh, that one's awesome too. They'll play that. Don't worry.
What the fuck? Someone threw a brick right through my TV. It wasn't us. We were all outside smoking trees.
All right, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been fun.
Thank you so much for being on. I'm surprised we didn't talk shit about Jason. Usually we do that. When
I feel like I don't know him that well, but like
you know him well enough to talk shit.
I know him well enough to like say, hey, why aren't you here? Why do you have to make me come here and like give away valuable information about kangaroo water?
It's true.
I've heard him enough already. I feel
fair. Getting your fair
I
share.
prepaid that torture card. That's
All right, well, wave bye to the camera, guys. We'll see everybody next week. Bye.
Love you.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Feel free to drop us a like or a comment on whatever platform you listen or watch us on. Share us on whatever social media you use. Every little bit counts, so we appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we'll see you guys next week.